Okay, testing. Let me make sure. Let me make sure the sound is good. Let me make sure the sound is good. Let me know if the sound. Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Let me know the sound is good. Let me make sure the sound is good. Let me make sure. Can y'all hear me? Let me see. I see y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm gonna wait till y'all come on here and say yes. Gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Gonna let nobody turn me around. Keep on walking, keep on talking, marching to the freedom land. Y'all want to say happy birthday? Today is Dr. King's birthday, and we celebrate his birthday. And I want to say happy birthday. Can y'all say in the chat happy birthday to Dr. King? I want y'all saying in the chat happy birthday to Dr. King. It's his birthday. His birthday today. All right. Okay. I want to. Did nobody y'all didn't say happy birthday to Dr. King? Wait a minute. We're not gonna start this until y'all say happy birthday to Dr. King. Good. Good. I know it's more than where I'm at. It's more than where I'm at. Let me see. I say good afternoon. Happy birthday, MLK. There we go. There we go. Let me get one more person to say happy birthday to MLK. It's his birthday. Okay. It's his birthday. Well, let me get one more person to say happy birthday to him. Y'all better wake up. I know y'all at work and we live. I know his birthday was on the 15th. Okay, his birthday was on the 15th, but we celebrated today as the national holiday. His birthday was on the 15th. Yes. But let's just say the happy birthday, MLK. Happy birthday, MLK. They don't allow us to say happy birthday, MLK? Well, just say happy birthday. What? I can see your comment. Yes, P, I can see your comment. Put happy MLK Day. Let me go on my phone. Yeah, I can see your comment. Yes, it's his birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, MLK. Happy birthday to you. Mm. Hey, it's his birthday. I feel like shout it's his birthday. Yes. Shout out to him. It is his birthday. Um, I just want to say this has been a lovely day. We have a show that we're gonna get started today and get into some topics. I just want to say, they said Stevie Vernon, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Right about Stevie Wonder. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Yeah, because that song was a protest song to get Dr. King holiday. Thank you so very much. All right, okay, I see you. I know my history a little bit. I know a little bit history. I know a little bit history of Dr. King. So we're gonna say happy birthday. I told you I know a little bit, even though they trying to take the rights away. Even though they trying to take our rights away, the Voters' Rights Act, the Civil Rights Act, they trying to take the rights away. And I'm definitely going to say it's really really sad, but they trying to take the rights away. And I'm talking about these Republicans. I don't know why I was thinking I was going to be a Republican. Sure, I had to come back. That's how, Lord, I thank you for my mind. Lord, I thank you for my mind. Glory to God. I thank you for my mind. Because I'm like, wait a minute. Why in the world would I even vote for a Republican? Like, my mind was just, woo. But I'm glad my mind is back. Okay. Yeah, we can't just say MLK. Thank you. That's me. Just say MLK. Thank you so very much. I see y'all in the chat. Just say MLK. I see y'all here. Thank you. Well, we're gonna first start. I want to send my condolences out to Harold's Chicken CEO. She passed, y'all, and I want to send my condolences um, to the CEO of Harold's. She passed away at 55. Um, and we definitely want to send our condolences. I really want to celebrate and go out in Chicago and give me a 6-piece lemon pepper and mild sauce. So I definitely want to give me a 6-piece mild sauce, like for real, for real. I definitely want me a 6-piece with mild sauce and lemon pepper. Lemon pepper. That's what I want. And a large drink. And y'all know I love Harold Chicken. Like in Dallas, they had What's Clucking. That wasn't Harold, but What's Clucking was good. But it wasn't beat out no Harold's. Harold Chicken is good. Man, that if you ever had some Harold Chicken, it'd be fried hard. I like it fried hard with the mild sauce, and I eat it real good. I'm talking about some good old chicken. I don't know what y'all have in y'all place, but in Chicago, they're real good. Harold's is really good. I love it. That's like my favorite. Okay. I love the lemon pepper. And that mouse sauce definitely is good. Okay. It will be a little sick. And I saw, I'm like, okay, while they're on 6-piece, I want at least a 12-piece. Well, again, I get a 6-piece right now, but then again, I my fat behind, I'm trying to be all cool. It'd be like a 12-piece. It'd be like a 12-piece. Okay. It would be like a 12-piece. I'm just telling you right there, it would be like a 12-piece. So, you guys, we also got some bad news. And I don't even want to talk about this story because we interviewed this person. I want to thank my subscriber for bringing it to my attention. And I didn't want to talk about it, but let me Google the story here. Oh my God, this is so sad. And we put him in a title. Um, Mayor Jaylen Smith. He's under investigation for. Give me a second. I want to make sure I read it right. He's the Arkansas. He in a small town, Arkansas. He's a mayor, and he is being investigated by the state police in Arkansas for allegedly Jaylen Smith, the 21-year-old mayor of Earl, Arkansas, is under state investigation. A spokesperson from Arkansas State Police confirmed Thursday that it's a criminal investigation division is looking into allegations of Smith having an inappropriate contact with a minor. The SP reports that the criminal investigation was prompted after a tip from the FBI. No further details regarding the investigation have been released. In a post to social media, Smith addressed claims against him, saying that they are untrue. My team and I are fully aware of the recent news articles circulating. The post reading part, I want to speak directly and clearly to the people of Earl. The accusations being reported are false. I am innocent. Truth matter. In time, the truth will stand on its own. While I would like to directly and unequivocally address the allegations against me, I have been advised to reserve my statements regarding allegations until a later date. Okay. So in here, allegedly, let me say Smith was elected in late 2022. Somebody said, I don't believe the things they say about the budget in his newest guy. I don't believe it. Quit trying to smother the young man. Give him credit for what he is trying to do, said Carl Phillips, a long-term Earl resident. Fuller said things are finally looking up for the town after decades of business closing. Now we are they'll they'll date it, they'll the city and trying to improve it, but they are trying, but they just won't work with it. Phillips said, "I'm trying to see what the mother said. Allegedly, he reached out to this minor, allegedly, and she reported it to the FBI, and she said he shouldn't be running for office. But this was some residents continue to support the mayor. Wrong is wrong, right is right. If there is any wrong, then okay, deal with it, but quit bashing him for the sake of it. Like seriously, he is not the problem. He is not the person," said Robinson Earl resident. The FBI could neither confirm or deny its part in the investigation when contacted. So he is a 20-year-old male, and the mother said he was reaching out to the person on Snapchat. This is what I'm hearing from the people over there in Earl, because I was in the chat, I was in the bushes, and they said that he reached out to, allegedly, that he had communications with a minor, and he paid the minor to be quiet, paid the mother $500 to be quiet. That's what I'm hearing. Allegedly, that's the rumor. But one of the residents, let me see if I can post her, quote her. She posted, and she went off. Give me a second to see if I can find it. She went off. She posted, "I told the family I would let it go, but I'm me and I'm sick and tired. Stop calling me and inboxing me and texting me about Mayor Jaylen Smith. Yeah, snaps don't go away, but they stay. Yeah, snaps don't go away, but they stay on your phone. Plus, people screen recording. Until I see the video, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to believe it at all. They've been gunning for this boy since he got in office. It's been one thing after another. If you truly knew him, none of this would have never been. He is one of the most respected, talented, loving, and honest person I know. So don't get under my post with no bull, because I'm at the point where I have no F's to give about y'all assumptions. If you don't like what I put on my page, keep scrolling or delete me, because this my page, my mouth. Did I mention my page? Family and a young. I wouldn't want either of my kids going through this at his age. And I said what I said for y'all in the back. Let me share something. So on my Snapchat, I'm not believing it's set up. It was literally a person on Snapchat. They was switching. "Oh, my mom like your show," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool, like cool. Like your show." And some he said he was 14 or 6, 17, 67, whatever he said. I said, "Why are you?" I said, I blocked him. I'm like, "What in the world? Why are you on here?" And he was like sending like weird stuff, like weird, like trying to bait me to flirt with him on Snapchat. I'm like, I blocked that man so quick. I was like, "What the world?" And I said, his mama somewhere in the beach after trying to set me up. Child, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna, child, get up out of here. I'm like, it was like, it's crazy. Like, get up out of my Snapchat. I blocked him so quick. Yeah, it could be possibly be a setup. Like they will set you up. That's when you have to be careful. Being on Snapchat, you have to be careful because these people will set you up. And it could be all a lie. And it probably even on Snapchat. Let me show y'all something. So it was a politician in Dalton, Illinois, Tiffany Henyard. And they said the FBI is investigating. FBI is investigating. She going to jail. The feds watching. The feds is watching. Now that she out of office, you don't hear nothing about no federal investigation. You don't hear nothing about no FBI. You don't hear nothing about no the media talking about. They don't even talk about it no more. She out of office. They don't even talk about it no more. Crickets. Crickets. But when she was in office, the FBI is investigating. The FBI, she going to jail. The FBI gonna get her. And I liked the lady because she was very entertaining. I would tune into the meetings because it would be very entertaining. And it was like nothing. And I'm like, what the world? Get up out of here. That's what, like, you can't believe what the media always tell the story. You just can't. Because they're not going to tell the full story. They just not. They not. Because I believe the tip of your story doing the same when Latea, former New Orleans, man, that's how they be. Just to get you up out of office. They be that way. They be saying all that type of stuff. It don't really be like that. That's what I say. It's best not to believe it. They were saying the same thing when Mayor Catalog, hope I'm saying his name right, in Harvey, Illinois. They said the feds and the federal government seized these documents and he going to jail. He didn't even go to jail for no federal charge was brought against him. So you got to be careful what you believe in the media. But unfortunately, they put these nasty headlines out on people to get you out of office. So what I've noticed from the mayor, Jaylen, and I'm just being honest, what I noticed from him, he bringing business to Arkansas. He got grants in there, but the city council, they kind of like jealous of the young man. They don't want to approve the budget. They don't want to approve to get things done. He bringing money to the city, but the city council don't want to approve it. So they don't want to talk about that. Because they mad, they jealous that this young man got all his talent. Yeah. I forgot all about Tiffany Hilliard. Yeah, you forgot all about Tiffany Hilliard. I didn't because I still follow her and I still say I love you. You still one of my favorite super mayors. Even the guy that ran for mayor, Andrew Gullip, he had got set up and had throw up all over him and blah blah blah. He was so close of winning the governor's race. If he didn't have that mix up, he probably could have ran again and probably could have won. But again, you got to be careful when it comes to politics. They will set you up. They will set you up in the politics. They don't play. They don't play at all. I remember I was covering the political stuff and I said, I believe elderly people should be able to get into home health care instead of like going to nursing home health care. Tell me why it was this elderly woman at West Clucking said, "Oh yeah, my husband, he's at a nursing home, and I can't afford to bring him home because he don't get enough home health care." And I'm like, I was just discussing this on my show. Either A, I'm going cuckoo for Cocoa Pops, or these people watching my show. Yo, God is my witness. So I was on station here, and it was this white driver driving me to West Clucking. And he was like, "Oh no, the GPS been hacked." Like, I'm going cuckoo. And these people are actually listening to my show and trying to play these mind games with me. These people listen to me, and I said, these people is listening to my show. And I was here for it. I was here for it. I was saying some good policies, and some of the good policies it would have worked. I'm like, is these people like watching my show? I'm like, what's going on here? Then I go on West Clucking, all these white people like, whoa, these white people up in West Clucking. Child, no, I ain't in Arkansas. You ain't gonna see me go to that backward state. I'll go back to Texas. They thriving in Texas. I'm not going to Arkansas. Oh no. No, they like to set up people in Arkansas. They like to have you to get set up on a Snapchat of Arkansas. You ain't gonna see me in Arkansas unless I'll get a good gig in Arkansas, get some good land, and $250,000 and all of it, I might go. Okay, I might go. No, my brother hated Arkansas. No, not my brother. Not my brother. Hated Arkansas. And y'all pray for my brothers. I love my brothers. I really do love them. But why? See, this is what I don't like to ask about my brothers. So I asked about my brothers. Is somebody at my door? Hold on, I think somebody at my door. I asked about my brother. I said, "Where's my brother? Blah blah blah." In jail. Then I asked about my other brother. I said, "Where's my other brother at?" Well, I asked my other brother. Oh, he got locked up too. I'm like, dang, how they both get locked up? One locked up on some federal charges. The other one locked up on some state charges. I said, y'all really love it because, like, when I spent the 50, hold on, y'all. When I spent the 57 days, yes, yes. When I spent the 57 days and when I spent the 57 days in jail, I didn't want to go back. But then I was on the phone with my mom. I said, let me get on the phone and we get to talking. Rarely we talk for an hour, rarely. But today I had time. And I said, I beside mom, well, what you don't understand, in jail, they like it. It was some people in that jail, they was telling, oh, the food is so good at this jail. Now, the jail in California, they got some good food. Where if you go to the Henderson jail, they serve you pancakes. I said, y'all really up here talking about the different foods in the different places? They love the jail. I was in the cell. God is my witness. I was in the cell. They up there talking about how you can bring in contraband in the prison. In the prison. They talking about you can use the religious books to put it in the religious books because the religious books, according to the law and the rules, you can't search the religious books. I said, now wait a minute. I said, now we all just gonna sit here and it's all being recorded, and they didn't care. One man said he went to some jail with none but white people, and it was so racist. And then he met a dude there in the jail, and the dude was in the jail that we was at. He right, yeah, yeah, I saw you there. This is my friend. Oh, I'm like, what? Y'all love this? I'm ready to go home. I want to eat me a turkey wing. I'm not no criminal. I'm only here because I was mentally ill. I had a mental breakdown. I ain't telling people that because I kept that business to myself. I ain't sharing with nobody because I thought everybody was FBI agents and Secret Service agents and all that. So I ain't share nothing. I said I had a mental problem. A literally mental breakdown. So I wasn't in there selling no dope, selling no powder. I wasn't in there for that. It was because my mind, one sleeping, one rested, one live, said I had some in my book bag, y'all see the video. And one day we gonna sit down and talk about it one day. That's about it. And they should have just took me to the psych ward. See, but if I was rich and had a better skin complexion, I'm gonna just say if I was rich and the skin complexion, I'd have been in the psych ward. I wanted to spend that one night in jail. My strong team of lawyers, they would have got them white doctors to drive that paperwork. Maybe I'd have been somewhere in a secluded, secret location in a nice place, eating three good hot meals, three good hot meals, being beef stew and all that. Like, but because I was black and poor with no money, man, wasn't right. I wouldn't even have to spend time in it. I could have literally, if I had the money, I could have bailed. I even had the money to bail out. I was poor. Man, that white judge, and God love her, the prosecutor, oh my God. Well, Your Honor, he got ties in Chicago. He got ties in Dallas. He got ties in Texas. He got ties in Chicago. Ties? Bitch, you trying to make it seem like I'm a rich man. What you mean by I got ties? You acting like this lady presented it like I'm rich and I got tied property in Texas, that I got property in Chicago. No. He ain't got like I'm a flight risk. A flight risk? I didn't even have money to get on the flight. I didn't even have money to catch a flight. But because I didn't, let me stop. I didn't even, they made it seem like, oh, he got tires at this place, he got tires at, they make it seem like I'm a mom boss. Like, what? What? Get up out of here with that. When that lady said that, oh, Your Honor, he did this before in the library. What you mean I did this before in the library? Ma'am, I did not say I had something about in the library. Not you just sitting there like, I'm telling the lawyer, like I really wanted to say to that lawyer, Your Honor, I want to represent myself and really defend her. I'm like, Your Honor, that did not, blah, blah, blah. I just really I want to get up so bad. I want to get up so bad. But some told me this ain't the place to get up and try to represent yourself. This ain't no Hollywood movie. I said, let the lawyer handle it. Let the people handle it and stuff like that. Let the lawyer handle it. I really want to, because this lady, she tried it. This is the second time she tried it. Let me calm down because I'm having flashbacks. So we was in the courtroom. This the last court. And my lawyer was like, yeah, this was a mental breakdown. He didn't mean to do this. He's a good person. His CNA, he's a good guy, and he's a really intelligent man. I mean, this is a mental breakdown. They wasn't running out of the Walmart. They wasn't doing that. That lady looked at him like this. Then she said they was running the videos that I saw. They was running out of that. They wasn't running out of that Walmart. They knew that was a mental thing. Did nobody run it? They made it seem like, my God, they made it seem like, get them out of here. It wasn't done like that. The lady in the wheelchair, she was already outside. She ain't moved nowhere. The other one, they was all in the wall. Nobody ran out of. They all knew that this was a mental health breakdown. Okay. That lady in the wheelchair was right out there, and I'm gonna just mind my business. I'm gonna mind my business. My business. If it was all right, I would have been in a mental institution and all of that type of stuff. But I didn't have the resources. But I thank God for my lawyer Dallas. I thank God for this short white man. And I said, "Oh, this is so nice." He defended me well. You know, my lawyer. Y'all kept reaching out to my lawyer. He was really a good guy. Really a good guy. He defended me so well. And yeah, we got off probation and it was a success. You know what I'm saying? But I would never want to go back to jail. So my two brothers, they love jail. And I told my mom, I said, they some bad drug dealers. They ain't even no good ones. They ain't even no good ones. I can understand if you really pushing that BMF stuff. They're not even no good ones. Always get caught. And I wasn't dumb. I knew they was doing that, but I never asked them for no money because I don't want that type of money. I never asked them for no dollar. I never asked them to pay my phone bill. I never asked them to put money on my books. I never asked them to fix my eye. I never asked them to invest in my show. I should have asked them. I should have asked them that. No shade. I should have, before they went to jail, I should have asked them to give me some cameras and some LED lights. I should have asked them, but I didn't ask them for a dime. I'm just that type of person. I didn't ask them. I should have asked them, invest in the show, but I didn't want that dirty money. Because I know what drugs do. It harms people. I don't want that dirty money. I didn't want that dirty money. But it just makes me sad. They love jail. Because when I was in jail, people talk about, oh, my mama put money in my books. They got the money on their books. They talk about noodles. They eat noodles. They love. I couldn't understand. Y'all eat noodles and lukewarm water. Like, I'm not understanding that at all. I said, y'all love it here. I said, this ain't gonna be my life. I'm in here for a second. I said, I'm gonna take my medicine every day. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it every single day. I'm gonna preach, teach, Testify. I'm gonna go to every. I'm literally, if they put me to testify, I said, Lord, I thank you for Jesus and the Holy Ghost, and I thank the Lord for putting me on some medication. Saints, I got diagnosed with bipolar, but they put me on some good medicine. And we got to start teaching folks, if you hearing voices, if you ain't eating right, if you got a psych problem, to take your medicine. And I thank God for that medication. I thank God for it. I've been diagnosed with bipolar, and I thank God for the medication, for creating the doctor. He made the doctor. Thankfully, man created that pill to save my life. And if you feel like you look at me side eye, then you stop taking your blood pressure medicine. If you looking at me side eye, you stop wearing your glasses. Why you wearing your glasses? So you can see. Why you got that hearing aid? So you can hear. Why you got them dentures? So you can eat and chew. Get somewhere and sit on down somewhere. Don't let's talk about that type of stuff like that. Don't get mad at me that I'm on medicine to help me with my mental health. You don't want to see me without my medicine. You don't. You don't want to see that. I mean, it's levels. They could have just been working. Yeah, they was working. They ain't no boss. And I thank God. It's you know what I'm saying. I think even I thank God for the relationship with my mother. I'm more clear minded where I can talk to her and understand. We talk like adults. Like I talk like this is my mother and I love her, and I want to talk to her more. This is my mother, and I love her. You know what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. But I thank God for that. Amen. They said we saw her for days straight. Did you see it for days straight? Amen. We don't want to see that. Did you see it for days straight? What on that medicine? I'm all downtown. I'm all in Texas. They called the police on me in Texas. Surely did. They surely did. But I wish that they would have got the doctor to say, oh, you having a manic breakdown. We're going to put you in the hospital. I wish they would have did that. But they didn't do it. So they you know how that go. You know how that go. Yes, that crash show was epic and legendary, but we're so happy to have you back. Yes, I'm embarrassed. Like, I'm so embarrassed. I don't even want to go back to Chicago. I'm so embarrassed. Because, church folks, oh, yeah, I seen what you did then on YouTube. Don't you do that again. Because, people talk about something. I'm not ready to deal with people confronting me what I did at Walmart. I'm not ready for that. Not in person. I can deal with it on the internet, but in person, you will get a rebuke. And a person, because you can't block a person in person. So you will get a rebuke. You will get a review. Okay. And so right now I ain't ready. Because if somebody, especially in the family stuff, somebody say something off the I'm like, Lord, let me stay on this fast. Oh, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me, help me. Let me stay on the fast. Let me go, hold up, let me stay on the fast. Oh, back up, back up. But you're ready. But I am embarrassed. I am a little embarrassed about it. I'm a little embarrassed about it. I'm a little embarrassed. We trying to get a job, baby. They see it on the record. They get scared. You mean, you had a what in your book bag? You had a what in your book bag? What happened that day? I'm sitting here explaining to these folks, knowing that I'm not about to get this job, but I'm doing the best I can to explain it, without be explaining too much. And they asking all these follow-up questions. What? I said, oh Lord, is it meant for me to go back into the workforce, Lord? Just let me know. Is it meant for me to go back into the workforce, or do you want me to just stay on the internet and build my company? What do you want me to do, Lord? If it meant, if it meant. Man, if it meant, just look at them and say, hey, God, good. Look how he delivered me. God, good. He delivered me. Hey, about shot out, about shot out. That's why it's so many problems out here in church, in the world, because people have undiagnosed mental illnesses. They have undiagnosed mental illnesses. Reason why Sister So-and-so can't get along with nobody, because she's mentally ill. It's a lot of undiagnosed. And some preachers, they got some undiagnosed mental illnesses. It is what it is. Take your medicine, get diagnosed, and get some help. And it's okay because they're running my file. I know they don't like it. including family, can't get along. It's undiagnosed. They got bipolar psychosis, schizophrenic, PTSD. Just don't talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna break that curse. I'm gonna talk about. Okay, if you get so mad you hit yourself. I'm gonna talk about it. It is what it is. But it's the truth. It's an undiagnosed. And then, oh, why you talk to me like that? Because your mama is mentally ill. She need help. It's some guys out here, all they do is cheat, beat on women because they mentally ill. Why you hit that woman like that? You need help. You need help. You need help. Okay? Say amen or say ouch. I don't care if you get mad at me. It's the truth. It's you need help. And let me tell you, if you don't get help, you end up in these bad situations. I thank God. Each breakdown that I had, it wasn't violent. Nobody was hurt. Nobody got deleted. And I thank God. And that's why that was a sign. That was literally my choice that I may have made a bad decision and I had to pay the price. And God, like God's like, let's see, you look what you did. Can't blame nobody but Marquise. You should have stayed on your medicine like you supposed to stay on your medicine, but you didn't do it. So now stay on it, or this will be your life, or it will be the end of your life. And your life will be ended early because of your bad decision. So I said, let me stay on it. And doors open up. Even doors open up for me. You know what I'm saying? I got a roof over my head. Amen. Clothes on my back, shoes on my feet. Got me some books I can read. So you know what I'm saying? But I thank God. And this one lady, I will never forget it. She was my psychiatrist in Dallas. She told me, she said, I don't think you should work at a nursing home anymore. That job is extremely stressful. And because you've been diagnosed with bipolar and you with psychosis, you don't deal well with a lot of stress. That's too stressful for you. I don't think you should do that type of job. I think you should get in another line of work. And I think the lady said, go ahead and get you some disability. She said that. And my heart hit, no, that lady don't know what you talking about. She don't know. I ain't stuck with that lady talk. And it was the truth. That was hard work. 20 some residents, 20 some spirits. This one won't them. This person says, nurse talk to you any kind of way. You got to take care of all these type of people. Yeah, the people in Dallas really helped me. Yeah, they gave me some good advice. Shout out to the people in Dallas. Really helpful. They gave me some good advice. Yes, they did. And I didn't take heed to that advice, but they gave me some good advice and everything. And in Las Vegas, it's a little bit better in Las Vegas when it came to they ship you your medication. Meaning I ain't gotta go get on no bus to go for medicine. They ship it to you. They bring it to where you at. Are you in the shelter? Don't worry, we bring it to the shelter. They send me a text. Your medicine is here. So it's no excuse. I take it. No excuse. And I'm going to get back into therapy. And I love my white therapist, but I need me a black therapist. I ain't trying to be discriminating. I want me a black therapist because black people understand the black struggle. I want me a black therapist. I have me a white lady. She understands a little bit. But when I was starting to tell her about family stuff and all that, she said, do you think that's a good idea? Do you think that's a good idea for you to go back to Chicago with all of that drama? Because I would talk about all the drama. Because at first I didn't really want to talk to the therapist. I'm like, she don't understand what I'm going through. But once I started talking about my family job, it looked like that. Like I could just imagine her eating some popcorn. Oh, this is some juicy stuff. And she said, do you really do you really want to go back into that? She said it. She said it. So I'm just telling you. So whatever the Lord want me to do, I'm gonna do it. So I'm telling you, I thank God for the platform because I took a break from YouTube. I said, let me take a break, let me do it right because I did it wrong. And we ain't even done because we got some other stuff to drop on you today. See, smile a little why cultural alignment, which therapy and client, it's important. Yes, it's important. That's what I say. It's very important because I want people to understand me and all of that. This is why it's important that I get a black therapist. So I'm working on now. I'm on the waiting list. So I want me because I'm requesting a black therapist. So yeah, I look to see all that stuff. All that stuff you always said we've been trying, but when they see a 6'2" black man, you got to keep on just praying for me. I do telehealth. Mm-hmm. Telehealth. It was another place that I can go to that do therapy, but they don't have any black therapists. They all white. It was one of the therapists. She had me coloring. I said, I don't want to sit here no coloring. What else did she have me doing? I thought I was coloring, and it was something else I was doing. And she was like, "Oh yeah, you homeless and all of this. You try this different program." I'm like, let's not focus on me being homeless. Let's focus on me just keeping my mental health in order. But this other therapist I have, and I had her for a year, she said, Mr. Wiley, I know you keep saying you're worried about having another breakdown, but you are handling your being not really having stable housing. You have to go to different shelters, have to be in a line of Catholic charities, and all this stuff. You're handling it well. You're not having a breakdown. It's not affecting your sleep. It's not affecting your appetite. You may not never, ever have another breakdown again. If you stay on your meds, stay with your treatment plan, you may not never ever have another one again. And I want to break down in tears. Her when she said that. Because I didn't even think of that. She said, you don't even have proper housing like that. I was telling her I had to be in a line at the shelter, have to go to this place in the shelter, have to go down up the street to this place with the other homeless people, have to be in this line for food, have to go this line for the lunch, have to go on this line for the dinner, and all that stuff. So it really helped me. And I was like, you really going through it, and then it's not affecting my sleep, not affecting my appetite. It's like I'm good. In that sense, mental wise. Not help financially, not there, you know what I'm saying? I handled it very well. And I thank God for that because that ain't nothing but the prayers of the prayers of the saints, my grandmother prayers are working, and that medicine is working. It's working. It's working. Had me sitting there reading, it won't hurt her. Do this and go and eat her vegetables. If you vegan, it won't hurt her. Had me read like Holly Berry. I ain't no drug addict. You don't have to sit here and let me read no book coloring. I don't want to sit there and watch no PBS Kids, Sesame Street. I ain't no kid. Why are we watching Arthur? Even though ain't nothing wrong with it, I love watching Arthur. You know what I'm saying? Up there watching PBS Kids coloring. So what kind of therapist is this? What kind of therapist is this got me in that coloring? I ain't making no sense. I'm just sitting there, well, let me color. Let me put it in there. Let me color. She could have brought me some cereal. I'm in there in that coloring. Might as well. Let me just sit here and color then. She want me to color. Let me sit here and watch PBS Kids. Might as well. Play for the big red dog. That'll help me with my bipolar. Uh. No, she wouldn't have me watching on PBS Kids and coloring. I'm a comedian, so I have to make you laugh, Otherwise, it's a magic school bus. And then we walking down the street. Everybody wanted to be with them. I was saying, hey, like, no, I was just telling a little jokey joke. Lord. I'm just telling a little jokey joke. So Ari Fletcher, we love Ari Fletcher. I mean, even though she's sleeping with her friend Tay, the one that do her hair. But anyway, well, Ari Fletcher, um, she was supposed to put out some information on her Twitch, and she was supposed to. Jada Sparks said that Lil Baby Ari Fletcher supposedly been sleeping together because she was on TikTok and she confirmed ongoing rumors involving rapper Lil Baby influencer Ari Fletcher, and she said that where some of the reports said she did not directly name Lil Baby Ari Fletcher. She indicated that the rumors being discussed were not fabricated. She also emphasized her desire to avoid expanding on the topic, stating that she was in peace to stay her brief but direct comments quickly sparked widespread reaction on social media, especially as neither Lil Baby nor Ari Fletcher have publicly responded. So Ari Fletcher, shout out to Armand Wiggins, he posted, "Thank you for the super sticker, KOD. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you so much." Posted on there that she was going to respond about the Lil Baby allegations. So Ari Fletcher went on over there on the Twitch, had 100,000 people watching on Twitch, and I'm watching this lady talking about her weave, talking about she looking for a bag. She had Tay doing her hair. She had the makeup artist. It was so boring. I literally sit there and said, "Look at this lady just lied to us. We so vulnerable," and went over there and watched that. Excuse me. We went over there and watched all that, and she sat there and lied to us. Sit there and lie completely. Completely lied and pretty put out this and something she's gonna respond, she's gonna go in, didn't do none of that. It was a hot mess. But because we are so quick for some mess, we went over there and it wasn't no mess at all. And she was boring. I went into it was a disappointment. I'm like, this is what we watching? What? Are we really? Are you in the mess? Are you in the mess? I'm like, what? What? What a mess at? That's what I'm saying. Mm-mm-mm. How many people watched it? Press one if y'all watched it. If y'all sat and watched that. Or it was boring. And I went on Armand's platform. I was like, I said, oh, this gonna be some drama. What? I didn't even know none of this because Armand had it in the title on his show that she was gonna say something on Twitch. And I was over there watching. I said, oh, this got to be some good drama. Man, we was watching that. It was boring. It was boring and dry. I don't know why rappers like her so much because she always wore. I just don't understand. But men will sleep with anything. I even look at Lil Baby. He sleep with all the women, kissing all them different women. And I said, that ain't good because he ain't getting tested. You don't know what that man got. He just got out of prison. And y'all so quick to open up y'all legs. And then these same women be talking about gay men and how we like to get it in all the time. Get it in, throwing it back all the time. And you is hopping on Blueface kissing Jada. He kissing another woman. He got Krishan. Woo! I'm having a hard time. Woo! I'm crying out to the hard time. She doing all that crying out. Little baby caller, she gonna open up them legs and that tooth gonna be on that peen again. On Blueface peen. She up there singing spiritual song. Now she's so spiritual because Blueface don't want to deal with her. Then she got the little baby allegedly. The Lord pray for the little baby. They said the baby ain't talking. Because she probably was drinking when she had the baby. Lord bless the little baby, bless Krishan baby and stuff like that. But Krishan's song, I like the song. I was listening to that song. I said, this is a good little record. But Blueface is nasty. Got women, y'all cooking, fighting over him. He got tattoos all over his face. He got a Chase logo on his forehead. And just so quick. Talking about you kicked out. You ain't the one no more. You lost. They have to have a competition cooking him chicken drumsticks. Cooking. Now, one thing I do like is women cooking for me. I love that. Man, but I ain't beating Katie Talk. Because when Katie Talk cooked cook me that meal was good. And it did make me look at Katie Talk. I was giving it out like, hey, you keep cooking me this, baby. I'm gonna have to be your husband. I'm gonna have to get you on the phone and be like, hey, what's up, Katie? I'm just Wiley. Just want to say, girl, you know you can cook real good. I'm gonna just say, you know what I'm saying? Let's just get married. And you can cook for me full time. That fool she was cooking, man. She better not let me get no job up in Vegas and get me a car. Man, I would probably give Katie a chance. Because my mama was talking about Katie today. She said she did a good job covering your case. She might have to be wifey. Because she cooked a good meal. That food was good. She picked me up and cut my hair. I need a touch up. I need a touch up. She cooked real good. Good cook. But she cooked some lasagna. What was that? Lasagna and sweet potato pie. Well, I ate that lasagna. It was so good. That's what I'm talking about. And a sweet potato pie I ate there was good. Classy, beautiful woman. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Help me, Holy Ghost. Ah, I mean, good. Talking about good cook. And she's so nice and clean. Lord have mercy. Don't get me started. Don't get me started talking. Don't. Ooh, that sounds so good. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Good stuff. That food was so good. I said, oh, Katie, she could be the one. Don't worry. I ain't gonna try to flirt with her until I get some money. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have some money because I gotta take her out on a date because I'm gonna go way out. I don't want to be trying to date a woman. I'm broke. I don't want to live up on no woman. I'm not that type of man. No. I gotta have some money in my pocket. Come on now. Y'all donate so I can take her out on a date. Y'all give. Hit that cash out. $ Wiley Show 1990 so I can take Katie out on a date. So we get an Uber Black. So we can get an Uber Black. I'm talking about Uber Black. Yes. But I ain't got the money on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to date broke. Going out to eat, she gotta pay for it. I'm not that type of man. I'm sorry. I ain't that type of man. They said Mr. and Mr. She like luxury. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be nice, you know. We should have been okay. I thought Katie. No, Katie is single. It ain't gonna work until she dates somebody like Wiley, a good man. Wait, let me get a job. Let this show get off the ground with this millions of dollars I'm making. Man, please. Yeah, make me some lemon pepper wings. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, let me stop. Look at y'all. Look, just look. Thank you. Look. No, but she's on my side. She came to the court to everything. I'm broke right now while I had to pay for a lot recently. I got you around the first. Well, thank you, sis. Said got me around the first. Thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all hit me up on the first. Some of these preachers said, give me a week's salary. I said, let me say that to my people. I need everybody here. Give me a week of your salary. Donate to the wild. Should help us. Don't get bad. A week salary. That preacher said, give me a week of salary. I said, good God. I said, these preachers asking for a week of a salary? Man. Good. I'm gonna ask my audience, give me a week's salary. Donate to the cash. I pray for you. Shout out to Baha. Glory. He said he want a week's salary. And then somebody said, give me all you got in your bank account blessings. I said, good God. You know you got to have faith when you do stuff like that. Strong faith. That preacher said, give me every dollar in your bank account blessing. I forgot what kind of blessing he called it. I said, good, you got to have faith when you do that. You got to be led by the Spirit of God, not the spirit of lust, not the spirit of confusion, not the spirit of laziness. And I love church. I love church. I want me a good church where you can shout. I'm not shout. Because they ain't got one. I still haven't found no Vegas, Chicago type of church. Like when you hear the good time. That's what I'm saying. Like, woo. I want a good church where you can shout, where you can roll on the floor. What them churches at? Because the other church, one of our friends said, you need to go to that church. I went over there. I said, he ain't really preaching like a Chicago preacher. Let me get in that pulpit. I want you to lay hands. Let me roll on the floor. Shout. That's how I like my church in Chicago. They roll on the floor. They shout. He preached. Just an amazing service. I said, I ain't seen no church like that in Vegas where they break out in the shout. Come on now. When they break out, you just roll over. When you speak in tongue. Glory. No, I don't want to go to no church the house where I buried up. No. They said, how much will you give Larry so he can get out of there? I can't get Larry. Larry need to give to me. Don't worry, we're gonna get to the denied content. It's gonna be the last subject. We're gonna get to it. Thumbs up and share. Don't leave, you're gonna miss it. They say, yeah, man, I need some good music. I'm going to Richard Smallwood funeral on Saturday. I hope before I revive. That's what I'm talking about. They better have service at Richard Smallwood because he's a legend in the gospel community. He is a legend in the gospel community. I'm talking about a legend. You told me. I'm gonna go and see. I ain't went in person. I saw it online. I said, I hope they have a better service in person. But somebody gonna take me. We gonna go. Gotta give me some church clothes. I want to look good at church, because first impression mean a lot. I want to go to church looking raggedy. I was raised to look good. You know what I'm saying? Raised to look good at church. I think they'd pick you up if I was a member. They'd pick me up. They said Larry asked Storm for a loan from his Uber. I don't understand that. Larry got money. Larry ain't broke. Yeah, Larry ain't broke. Larry got money. They have great music and it comes as you are, but I feel you. I was raised like that. I want to look nice. I'm gonna have to give me a nice little polo shirt, dress pants. Y'all donate so I look good at church. I don't want to go to church looking raggedy. Cause I was raised look. You go to church look sharp. Give me a nice haircut. Give me some nice cologne. Nice haircut. No, I don't do that. Come as you are looking raggedy. Not me. I want me in a nice polo dress pants, dress shoes. I want to look nice. I know that, but I don't want to come in there, not the clothes I got. I want to look nice when I go to church. I'm saying I want to look nice. Look at y'all. Come as you are. I'm saying I want to look nice. They're telling me to go to church looking raggedy. They ain't gonna judge you. Y'all ain't about to set me up. It might be some subscribers in there. The ops might be up in there and record me. Say, look at why I looking so raggedy at church. I don't do, not me. Not me. No, I want to look good for God's house. Not for no church queens. But it's one though that's following me on Instagram. I can't wait to get back to Chicago because it's one that's on the download. Beautiful. Beautiful. You ain't about to drag me. No. People be watching. You think folks ain't watching the wireless show. They watching. Because when I go back to the church in Chicago, I gotta look nice. Y'all donate to the show. Don't have me going live and y'all don't donate. Okay. So I'm about to get into this deny stuff. Ooh, Lord. Now with this story, we was trying to talk to Deny on last night. And I called Deny late. Because I got up, I was watching Dr. King mini series with Malcolm X. And I said, let me call Deny. And Deny was like, he was like, I'm clocked out. I don't do it on YouTube, so I clocked out. I hung up. I'm like, okay, okay. But I called him late. It was my fault. Because he called me first. What day did he call me, you guys? Give me a second, you guys. We're gonna talk about this. He called me on Saturday, and I didn't respond to it until yesterday. Until no, earlier today at 12:30 a.m. Because I was up. I said, let me just call him because I was like, okay. But anywho, I'm not gonna play what he said in the voicemail. I'm not gonna play the voicemail because that's something what he put in there in the voicemail, what he was saying, pretty much to sum up what he was saying, why are you talking about me and um, taking AT2 page down and a thief of the night, and I'm gonna take Armand Wiggins page down like a thief of the night. That's what Deny said in the voicemail. So I heard the voicemail and I said, well, let me talk to the brother. So we are all conversation. I'm gonna call him probably after this broadcast. And I listened to his Twitch. I went over there to his Twitch and he was talking about the 82 stuff. The AT2 did come on the show and he gave his side of what he was saying. But he said it was some stuff he said about the not on the members only stuff. But the not goes into more detail. He didn't play what AT2 said, but what he said was the H2 was talking about him in the car, saying that he glad that they're not on YouTube. He glad that he's having all these problems with his channel, and he was bragging about it. That's what Donata saying. Then on the night channel on his Twitch, it got a little aggressive, really, really aggressive. He brought AT2 auntie, family member on there. Now, This auntie apparently that lived in the house with AT2, I believe she lived in the same house, saying that AT2 don't take out the garbage. AT2 pay $1,000 a month with his to his uncle. And I'm listening. I said, now, first of all, you on the YouTube channel. This is getting messy. And it's some other stuff I'm not even gonna share what he said about AT2 because it was too vulgar. I was just gonna put it that like that. Because he was sharing some stuff they were sharing was criminal stuff he was sharing. And it was very messy. And I'm listening to this. I said, I didn't hear what AT2 said on his members only because I don't have access to those videos. So I don't know what he said about Deny. But what Deny is saying that AT2 said so much stuff, took his channel down. So Deny is saying, I'm gonna repay the favor by trying to take his channel down. Then he said AT2 called me at 3 o'clock in the morning crying, saying that why are you trying to take the channel down? Then AT2, according to Deny, said that AT2 got up in the morning, made a video saying, you can't take me down. I'm going to fight. I'm here. So you're hearing all this stuff. And for the audience that's watching, I'm like, wow, this is something. I want to say this. When you get in a beef with a person, it gets ugly. And Denot brought up something on this show. I'm not gonna repeat it. He brought me up. Yeah, Wiley, and he said something about you, and it was worse. And I said, what you is correct. He have said some stuff. He was talking about Armand, and it was vicious. But I wouldn't be right to just say Armand said something vicious and make it seem like I'm just a victim. I've also said some vicious things about Armand Wiggins. I did. So in the video, he was talking about Armand Wiggins in the case, and he was talking about the lawyer and stuff like that. And I want to make it clear: when you beefing, hey, Armand have every right to be one. You can't say when you went too far. I used to do so many videos about Armand, said so much stuff about him, and it was some stuff said. Uh, I mean, they went there. But like my mother said when we interviewed her, she said, you have to learn how to get out of people because in this business, people going to lie on you. And if you can't handle it, get out the business. It's just that simple. But that argument, he brought it up. I said, oh, well, let me respond to it. And I said, because now, since everybody's suing people and it's like court gate, should I file me some court documents if anybody else trying to regurgitate a rumor, a lie about me? Don't let me call Megan Thee Stallion lawyers and be like, hey, we got to file this paperwork. But these people doing too much. The way that I am now, you never know. I'll have to call my lawyer and be like, hey, do you got any lawyers pro bono that want to take a case and all, all that? And stuff. But people gonna fly on you on this platform. And so you can't control it. You can't let it bother you. People gonna say all type of stuff about you on this platform, baby. They said a lot about me. Lord, they said so many lies. So many lies. And there's nothing you can do to stop it because people gonna say what they're gonna say. You can sue, go through the proper channels, and get your day in court. But it's a process. It costs money, and it's a system that you have to go through. Just like the whole case with the knot in our mind, it's a process, it's a system that you have to go through. And it's hurtful that you have, and sometimes it can be financial too, that you have to go through it because you have to be like, oh, you really want to say something, you want to clap back, but you can't because it's legal. So you want to go through the proper channels and go through it and see how it's going to play out in the courts. And see how it's going to play out in the courts. And there's one, if I ever want to ask the not a question, he never answered this question, but I just want to put this question out there to the universe. And if he responds to it, I'll take my notes. I'm taking my notes. If he responds to it, this is the question I'm going to ask him. Because I want to ask him, like, when did you learn how to maneuver in the legal world? When did you learn it? Who taught you? Are you self-taught or did somebody teach you? And then I'm going to ask, because I'm nosy, who taught you? That's the main question I want to ask. At 12:30 in the morning, I'm like, who taught you? Are you self-taught or someone taught you how to file legal stuff? I just want to ask that question because I still don't have the answer. And and the reason why it matter, I'm like, I need to know. He said he was self-taught. Thank you for bringing that up. And there's some more questions I have. I ain't gonna present that right now. Because that's between me and him. And I hope he don't record our conversation. But I want to know. Because I'm curious. Because when you see black people maneuvering the legal world at that young age, I want to know. I want to know who taught them. And congratulations that you have that skill set. That's a good skill set to have. Because that means you know how to read contracts, you know how to, uh, it's good skill set to know about the law. I think every average citizen should study the law to know about the law. It's a lengthy process. That's the question I have to ask. And I'm going to honor his request not to do video content about him. I'm going to honor his request after the decision with Armand and him in the courts. I'm going to play it all the way through, let it go all the way through. Then I won't do content on it. Because it'll be only right. My audience want to know all the details, the final decision in that case. I'm very interested in it. And I'm paying attention. Very interested. Because this can set in motion of if you decide to file something against a YouTuber, the process and the proceedings, how it go, because this ain't gonna be the first or the last YouTubers get into that type of attack, into that type of environment in cases of a restraining order. This is not gonna be the first last time you hear it. The All About the Tea stuff, I'm not regurgitating it. I don't even watch that stuff what these people say about All About Tea. All About Tea is living her best life. Monica is living her best life. I don't even watch it. She living her best life, and I love All About the Tea. Monica's living her best life. Let them people just regurgitate and all that. Monica living her best life. She's not even on YouTube. She living her best life. She don't even talk about YouTubers on her, like people that say something about her. She don't respond to it. She living her best life. I don't even watch it. I support Monica. I watch her platform is thriving. I check her stuff out, leave comments, support my friend. But I don't check that stuff out what them people saying about her. And she don't now. If she start responding, then I tap in and be like, okay, let me windmill for my friend. Let me windmill for my friend. YouTube. She still have a YouTube channel, but she's not on YouTube. Like posting, active on YouTube. She's active on Twitch. Excuse me, not Twitch. I'm sorry. TikTok and all type of stuff. Okay, self-taught. Because I always want to, and I'm going to stick with that. I don't care. I got to stick with it. Self-taught. This is where deny. If I was in deny shoes, can I say this? Do y'all mind me saying this? I wouldn't even respond to YouTubers. Because if you self-taught with the legal, let me tell you something. If you self-taught with legal stuff, I wouldn't even bother talking about these YouTubers. The knowledge and the skill set you have, you need to be breaking down congressional proceedings, breaking down Department of Justice investigations, breaking down Brian Kahn text issue. I wouldn't even focus on the YouTubers. There's no need. I wouldn't focus on it because you have a skill set that I would love to have a skill set to know about the law. Do you know how many lawsuits I would love to file? Nursing home stuff that's been going on. Come on. I wouldn't even respond to YouTubers. That knowledge from he told me. He said, I am self-taught. The man taught himself. He taught himself. Right then and there. You YouTuber mess? No. I wouldn't even get caught up in it. That's no shade. Self-taught. It reminded me of Brother Malcolm X. Brother Malcolm was in prison and he studied the dictionary from A to Z. Brother Malcolm read so many books. Brother Malcolm self-taught himself under the leadership of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and he was even able to debate and win people from Harvard. I'm just saying, he was self-taught. no college education. Okay, let me read this. What he said. It's only right for me to get the not side of the story. So he said YouTubers focus on me too much. AT2 did about 20 videos endlessly harassing me and bragging about it, mass reporting my main channel and backup channel. He has to go. He's getting strikes, removal, and restrictions every day. That's the response from tonight. Because I got AT2 side. Now I'm getting denied side. I'm getting denied side. Because I want to get this. I want to get side. Because I got to get both sides of the story. AT2 came and claimed. See, I didn't watch AT2 videos, like all his videos. I can't say I did. Because I'm like, what videos? Because I just see the political stuff when I go back on the show to do research. But AT2 did say, I put my videos on private or members only about deny. I want to know, I'm going to ask them not this. They can send a text to respond to. I want to ask them this. Did AT2 admit that he flagged your all your videos? I want to know, did AT2 admit that? Did he admit? I want, is it, let's pretend like this is a courtroom. Did AT2 come out of his mouth verbally say, I flagged his page because of A, B, and C? Because we got to get people's side of the story. We got to get people's side of the story. I don't know. Did he admit and say, I was the one that did it? That's the question I want to ask. I won't, I'm just saying. Did he admit and say, I was the one that did that? Did AT2 admit and say that he flagged the night channel? Again, because I don't watch, I can't watch because if this happened this year or the after the Walmart, I wasn't paying attention to it because I have my own issues. I was trying to make sure I stay off, get off probation. And then somebody in the comments said he was mad about him interviewing his family. Now I understand that. If you interview my family, you do it. This remind me of our mind in my situation. I couldn't let that. Okay, here we go. Hello, can you hear me, Mr. Wiley? Okay, because I called you at midnight and you was booked and busy. Oh, I check out when I'm not in the mood, when I'm not thinking about the internet, I go to my real life. Okay. None of my friends, nobody in my real life knows anything about no fucking internet. So yeah. Anyways, I was gonna ask you about the website. Who self taught you? I mean, who taught you that? They like to say that I'm a vexatious litigant, and they like to misconstrue those public court records and why I had to sue people, why I was falsely arrested. They like to take all of that and use it as like something to traumatize me. But what they don't know is the biggest difference between me and most people is I don't look at trauma and pain as a setback. I look for ways to improve myself. So while I was going through all of those court cases, battling attorneys who practice in law since before I'm born, I looked at their papers. I battled them. I lost, but I was like, okay, well, I lost. At least now I know how to do these certain things. And if it ever happens again, if I ever need to utilize this skill, then that's what it will be. So the whole time while I was losing court cases and being vexatious, I was actually learning. And Armand just gave the court a great opportunity to actually see that and to understand that. Because for me, I'm not. Again, y'all have y'all coordinate, and we will see who will win, who will lose, and how. That's like Wiley. I'm so enlightened when it comes to the law. He lost from the day he filed it. That's why they're mad. That's why him and his attorney went out to the judge. You don't know that on December, his attorney stalked the judge. The judge had to put in a review. The judge said that they're stalking me on social media, trying to write me. This is improper ex parte communication. That's in court documents.
So they made themselves worse for that. They started bringing up arguments at the hearing, and I'm like, that doesn't apply. I didn't fully express it because I wasn't writing, but they're dumb. Like they lost the case from like I can look at a court case and look at a document and look at the first few pages of the document and tell you how the case is going to go. That's how enlightened
So
I am
wait,
when it comes to
so
law.
when you said they, then you talk about Armand's lawyer did that, cause or Armand. I'm trying to understand who you're talking about.
Well, so Armand got a lawyer on the 18th. That lawyer stopped the judge. That lawyer also tried to interject race and disability and all of that. She's a rude bit. And then there's a picture of her busting it wide open next to a billboard. I'm about to file a document and let the judge see that picture of her too. So both of them have employed unethical illegal tactics. That lawyer is up to the judge, but there's enough grounds and probable cause to actually sanction that lawyer with suspension and stuff. It just depends on what the judge want to do. But that case is that he's not going to get no bench trial. He's lost in emotions. He's put all of his evidence that he would put forth at a bench trial already in court
So
documents and papers. He's not going to ever question me, ask me a motherfucking question. I said that from the day one. I said you're not going to get no trial, and this is before I filed any papers. And see how it's going.
so my thing is we don't when with a decision, I'm assuming on your court date the judge will make a decision about your motions or how did that go? Because the people like myself, I don't know how this legal stuff works.
Yeah.
So
So there's two motions total. There's a joint motion to strike and a special motion to strike. The special motion to strike targets all of his statements and claims of wanting to keep me away from public spaces because I have the First Amendment right to do that. Now, the motion to strike outside of the special motion to strike relates to behavior and accusations that someone would deem unprotected, like the shut the fuck up or run and fade or stay on your neck or statements and claims of a threat in the bathroom. Those were attacked with the motion to strike jointly. So that right there in itself, he's not going to win. There's also another ex parte motion to strike because he tried to file an amended complaint, and you cannot file an amended complaint when an anti-slap motion is pending. So that's an ex parte motion. And there's another ex parte motion to disqualify his attorney. And my grounds was because she's maintaining frivolous litigation. And then between me talking about her, to her about that, the court issued an order and said that his attorney was stalking the court. So I also used that against them to have her disqualified from the case. And if she gets disqualified, any and all papers that she filed in the case is vetoed, null and void. And so they're fucked up.
well, again, like all the people that's watching, Natasha, you asked a good question. She said, "Ask him why does he do a true crime and court case instead of drama?" I'm assuming what she's talking about like YouTube drama.
Mm-hmm.
Why you just
Well,
don't focus on it?
that is my focus, and that's what I always intended to focus on. For instance, the Naziah Harris trial, the Mahogany Jackson case, that is my strong point because I know what I'm doing. Or even going to the celebrity trials, and you got people like Armand Wiggins that are trying to do things to antagonize and trigger. You got people like AT2 endlessly making videos, just lying on my name, fucking with my character, and I ignore 5, 6, and then you just at some point you have to respond in order to protect yourself. They're doing videos bragging about mass reporting and flagging, and your channel's coming down. These are the things that happen retroactively to what I want to do and the content that I want to create. So I'm not this one-dimensional person. I can talk about and cover whatever I want to cover. But on the side note, I got other black YouTubers, including yourself, are always just saying some of the most outrageous things about me that's not true. And I'm like, do I let it fly? How much do I let it fly? Okay, let me respond. And then when I respond, I take it too far. So I honestly wish I never even came in contact with none of these YouTubers, black YouTubers, from you to Armand to AT2. I wish I was never
But
in the same atmosphere, never the same audience, none of that. I got so much more to offer.
but okay, I want to make this plain with the whole situation. First, I'm gonna start with 18 and extra bottom line. The 82 situation, his auntie, when you played that clip. So did the auntie reach out to you, or did you reach out to 82 auntie for an interview?
Yeah, so his auntie reached out to me. His auntie emailed me, and then it took me a couple of days to get in touch with her. And then when I got on the phone with her, she started telling me everything that she was doing. The auntie always reached out to me. The auntie was a source of letting me know what type of person he was beyond the scope of YouTube, because he had already developed a pattern of harassing me and trying to clickbait me and trying to get into a beef with me. That's why his auntie came to me, emailed me, and she gave me her phone number. And then since then, periodically, she'll hit me up, I hit her up, or whatever. But the initial contact was made because of her. I didn't seek her out. I didn't do no family history and find her and find her. I did none of that shit. She came to me.
Okay. So the auntie can't. Can you hear me?
Huh?
Can you hear me? Oh,
Hello?
oh yeah. Can you? I'm sorry. Okay, you said auntie came to you. Okay, we cleared it up. Auntie came to you, and she shared some stuff, and that's how that situation came. Because some people would say that you reached out to the auntie, but now you cleared it up that the auntie came to you with information. But according to AT2, he's good with his auntie now. I'm assuming that they're
Okay, well,
that
that's fine. The truth is the truth.
that they
She
cool.
said certain things about him, and just because they're fine now does not discredit the
This
truth of
spread
what
it
she
away.
said.
So
Right.
so the thing with Armand Wiggins in this situation between the two of you, you met him in the first trial, if I'm not mistaken. It was it Diddy or no? Was Diddy was the first trial you went to meet him or no?
Well, first of all, he tried to say that I started going to trials because of him or to stalk him. This whole stalker thing, which what you pushed as well. And by the way, you directly don't have no surprises, but it's some surprises coming people's way, because there's consequences and repercussions for people's actions, and I choose to take the legal route now because that's something I could have been doing. But anyways, he tried to lie and say that I started going to court cases, specifically the Tory Lane sentencing hearing, to stalk him, when it was already public record that Megan Kona banned him from going to those places, you know. And first time I met him was at the Zeus event, and I think it was like April 2023, because I was in school in Ohio and I came back home to visit. And that's when he offered me cocaine. Him and Bobby Lice offered me cocaine in the bathroom, and I'm like, no, thank you, don't play with me like that. And after that, I reported it, and I guess he had a disdain towards me. And then at the Nexus event, he assaulted me. He did a whole video with Cupcake calling me. This is when he labeled me a stalker, and he actually admitted in that video that he assaulted me. What assault is when you aggressively put your hand in someone's face to trigger them, and an assault could easily lead to a physical altercation. So that's already before the court of him admitting that that's how that situation started. So you can't assault nobody, then a physical altercation happen, and then use your big audience and affiliation with people like you to begin to call somebody a stalker as a gatekeeper mechanism. And so every single time I go to a court
I'm a
case, or
gatekeeper. I'm not a
I
gatekeeper.
say, well, no, you have perpetuated false light defamation. I said him labeling me as a stalker and putting that projection onto the public for me to have to endlessly fight against is the defamation. And that was not because he felt like I was a stalker, but he wanted to kind of like minimize my effort and my value in these spaces that we mutually was at, like the courthouses and the trials and stuff. Him calling me a stalker was a gatekeeping mechanism that many people like yourself that has known him for quite some more time taking heed to that and just endlessly called me and referred to me as a stalker. You understand what I'm saying? That's
I
what we
understand
talk.
what you said, but I'm just saying in this point, like the first time you said you was in the bathroom, they all you said that Bobby Lights or Armand offer you some cocaine and you did not and you refused it. From that point, you saying that y'all left out the bathroom, you claimed that Armand put his finger in your face and
That was These are two separate events.
oh, this is two separate events. So one event they offer you
Yeah.
cocaine, other event that he was
First event.
okay, he was aggressive towards you. But my thing is this: out of all of that, did not. But don't you see that you feed into the narrative?
No, I don't. I think what it is like when me coming to online and being at the courthouse, like even at the Diddy trial, when my viral clips had nothing to do with him outside the trial, it's like there's an audience for the drama. There's also an audience for the legality. There's also an audience for the viral celebrity moment. So at these trials and I'm employing three different content creating strategies into one. You understand? You're interested in Gene Deal's response, or you're interested in what's happening outside. I even seen people say, "Oh, what's happening outside the court is interesting." People sitting on TikTok all day, never going inside the court, outside the Diddy trial, getting hundreds and thousands of dollars because people are interested in that. And so now that I've identified that there's a circus aspect to this, let me get and tap into this, but also let me go upstairs and take 10, 15 pages of notes at the same time. And let me go ahead and report on this outside of the court and with this circus. And let me get celebrity moments, because I'm not going to be able to compete when Mims and Armand and them go back home and go live. And no, I have to beat them to the punch. So these are strategies. These are independent, creative strategies that has nothing to do with nobody else. It has something to do with me understanding what's here and what is content and what I can do. I'm a creator. I'm a legitimate creator. So, like, you guys have mistaken me at the Milagro Grounds Megan Thee Stallion trial, coming out reporting on what's going on. Those are just like niches within niches. That's it. Like, I'm not a ghost. I'm not dumb. Like, then let me create a video to talk about the case in the trial. That's just online banter. The fact of the matter is, calling someone a stalker, specifically in the state of California, is a crime. You cannot continuously and endlessly accuse people of a crime for years on top of years and have people perpetuating those same sentiments just because you have a bigger platform, and for some reason you're always the victim in every single situation that you cause. So in California, you have to meet the burden of proving that somebody is a stalker. And when you base your activity and base your theory that somebody is a stalker, you got to go to criminal law. And criminal law says you have to prove that beyond a reasonable doubt. You can't even prove that I'm a stalker based on the preponderance evidence. You have to have direct messages. You have to have correspondence. You have to have things direct. You can't just take my post and what I say about you online and say, he's stalking me, look at this. Like, you have the choice to pay attention to that or not. You understand what I'm saying? So, my thing is, he has no evidence. He has no proof. He's defamed me. Thousands and thousands of people have believed that. It's hard to fight against that, especially if you got bigger platforms and other people like the Wiley Show tagging along and keep saying that. And I understand that. I understand that point. Wiley, I have your Wiley. I have your. You went on to Armand Wiggins' platform on December the 24th or some shit like that. You and him both jointly said and agreed that he has people stalking him around the courthouse. 30 minutes late, 1 second, 30 minutes later, you got onto your platform and did a video about me playing content. And look, you literally referred to me as a stalker 48 times in that video. Okay, let me say that. And I can prove it. I understand. I hear your point, and I'm not going to deny what I said in this, but this is what I'm going to say to you tonight. You were doing so good with the Krishan Rock. I remember that. I don't know if you remember. You was getting views. Wiley. Krishan Rock is not the only thing. Don't you know there's a reason why? I understand that, but I'm just telling you, like, you was doing good with the views. I'm like, this is what's wrong with black people, honestly. Okay. You was doing well at the Krishan's thing. Do you not know that there's a specific reason why I go live and talk about 10, 15 things in one video? It's because I'm searching for the next thing I'm going to be passionate about to talk about. Okay. I'm not a niche person. Okay. I understand what you're saying. Okay. A niche game. I'm not a niche person. Okay. I don't feel like talking about Krishan all the time. I can, and I can get the views, but I would rather challenge myself and go to talking about something else, getting 50 views and be consistent with that, and that 50 views 2 weeks later turn into 300-400 views and a whole new audience. Okay, and I hear your point with that, but it's another thing that I'm trying to understand here with the letter that you wrote to Armand. Now, mind you, the letter came after all the stuff that you claim alleged to happen. You said the drugs, over that, and you wrote him a letter. Why write him a letter
when he said you a stalker and you this and all that? What made you come to that to write him a letter in the jail, not in the jail, in the courtroom to Armand? Like, what made you write that letter to him?
So I had went to the Diddy trial, like I think it was like the third week in May, for the third week in May until June 30th. So the first few weeks that I was there, I had intentionally avoided Armand. Armand, what he likes to do and has done it to many people is he likes to go around the court acting like it's high school, telling his personal issues and his thoughts and opinions and regurgitating old shit. So it went from Laura LaRosa, oh my gosh, I like your accent, let me engage with you, to the next day, me trying to talk to her, and now she's putting her eyes at Armand. Armand is look agitated that she's talking to me. And this is the type of gatekeeping and this is the type of things that he would do. And there was even people that work for Legacy Media telling me, you're very smart and we like you. It's just people around here saying that you're a problem and you're stalking. And you know what I told that lady? I was like, oh, that's just hate, jealousy. I knew where it was coming from. And so for the
But
first
why would legacy media be like that and their job is to get all the facts and to believe
because they're just as messy, and Armand was there first, and he was there first building relationships and rapport with them, and so he had probably already connected with them and gained some type of affiliation. And so matter of fact, before I even came, there was some man named Udo Nago on my first day. He said, "Wait, you're not? Oh, you're not? They said you're a crazy stalker."
and who said that?
Udo Nago.
I know who Uno is. That's like a Malaka Brown supporter. Okay, who told him that? Did he say a name or did he say they?
That's what I'm saying. So he later told me that it was Armand. That's what I'm saying. See, this is the type of psychological warfare that I have to fight against being in these shared spaces at the courthouses with Armand. And so because of that happened at the Diddy trial, I was totally ignoring him. And then about June 12th, June 13th, when that shit happened in Vegas, I think myself and everybody was shaking up. We were like, what the fuck? This is what you, can it be that serious? Is this what YouTube was taking to? And I had did a video giving commentary on that, saying, you know what, this is messed up. And I'm like, it's been a few weeks. I've avoided this man. I know this man is doing some slay, malicious stuff around the courthouse. And I also know he has an enormous ego, and that if I was to break the ice, then I can alleviate what he's doing, and I can alleviate this psyop that he has going on against me. And so when I wrote the letter,
okay, but my thing is, it's like, it's for even people in the chat, it's hard to believe because it's like, why just ignore this if somebody say don't even deal with them and just keep continue? Because what the audience see is they just see when you go. We don't see that behind. Like, why?
Riley. Nobody, not you, or no your audience, nobody can tell me how to process any of this unless you've been in a situation. Mm-hmm. You understand? Armand, and even a white girl, Emily knows best. She even had an experience with Armand, and the way he acts is like it's like a psyop to where you would think that there was some type of personal connection. It's very dark, sinister, nasty energy that he carries, and unless you've been in that situation, you cannot speak on that. So you cannot speak. You understand?
I understand what you said. I have not met Armand. Have I been around him in the court? So against your word, against his word. But when I'm saying is it? I'm talking about, but is it any? This is the thing that for me, for the public, everybody. Is it any video record? I know you played the Emily situation. I still don't understand about that. Because
Emily, basically said that Armand became egotistical and could have been under the influence, and he got really nasty, and that's what he does. That's how he is.
So why did she say he got? That's the white girl. Why did she claim that he got like that for them?
Because she wasn't kissing his ass. Armand is the type of person, if you don't kiss his ass, he has a problem with you. Like, and he literally, like, he's that type of person. His ego needs to be stroked. He needs reassurance. He needs to be pampered. He really thinks that he's a celebrity, is what it is. And honestly,
well, he is a celebrity. You a celebrity too. Like you are a celebrity.
Wiley. No, as many times as I went viral, and stuff. I don't like nobody. Why do you think my face is not in the videos with those celebrities? It's because I'm not trying to. This is a job to me. This is just to reinforce the clicks and the views and hopefully revenue behind this. This is not a building. Like, I come from Hollywood. I know the real business. Even Kaiser not trying to get into movies and television, and people in Hollywood are looking at him like, we don't give a fuck about you. No matter how many clicks and views he got, no matter how popular he is as a streamer online,
Can I say this?
he cannot compete. He cannot compete with the real thespian.
Can I say this to your point? Not on this.
When you come from that, you cannot compare yourself to that just because you can get on the platform and talk about other people that actually have that.
If you dealt with Hollywood, if you dealt with all the drama with that, why can't you just ignore if this is true? Because we don't know if it's true. Now, that's between your word and our mind. It's like, why can't you just ignore and say, you know what, I'm gonna just focus on that? 'Cause I don't see CNN, MSNBC. Mm-hmm. I don't see them arguing. Oh wait, Fox News said don't sit with them because y'all liberal. And why can you just ignore it? Because you, because we only see on YouTube. We only see what you present. Even with Nick at Night, why did you even fell out with Nick? So it plays into the system. Like, you cool with her? No, I'm just saying, why not just to me, honestly, you too smart not to just ignore him.
Well, as long as you've been in the game, don't you know that you're just supposed to let people talk, and then you can go back and do commentary on top of it? It just feels like you're pushing an agenda.
I'm not pushing an agenda. I'm just saying, if it's something that's going on, you come from Hollywood. You come in Hollywood, they say it's fake. It's a lot of drama. It's a lot of this. Why can't you handle this with Armand Wiggins and just ignore it? That's just a simple question.
Yeah. First of all, I'm not fake. Even in the sense of Hollywood, I've never been fake, and that's all.
I didn't say you was fake. I'm just saying you're around a lot of fake people.
Let me finish. Okay, I'm gonna finish this point, and then I'm gonna finish the one about Nick at Night, and then I gotta go. I don't want to address any additional points because it's so with Armand, as I told you. With my first 2.5, 3 weeks going to the Diddy trial, I completely ignored him, completely avoided him, felt uncomfortable if he was standing 2 or 3 people behind. I literally maneuvered to move because I'm not fake. You're not going to cast false light defamation and make people believe that I'm at this trial doing my job because it's all about you and stalking you. I'm uncomfortable with that. I cannot sit there and smile in somebody's face when they playing with me like that. So I deliberately avoided him. When the shit happened on the boulevard in Vegas, and I was compelled to break the ice to see if that would alleviate the tension, and it did. Matter of fact, Wiley, listen, it did. It did make the environment better for me. It did make it, and there was engagement, and even all of this other stuff. But the fact that he took a picture of that and held it in the back of his pocket, thinking that he was going to use it against me, means that he was never genuine about any of the engagement that we had afterwards. Means that he kept on being malicious. You understand what I'm saying? And so I did not feel comfortable in that environment, knowing that there's a sector of people online that thinks and feels like I'm only at this Diddy trial. Like, I'm paying thousands of dollars and just left my vacation in Brazil just to come here to stalk him. There's money to be made here. There's opportunity to be made here. There's clicks and views to be made here. It has everything to do with productivity and nothing to do with him, even though he would like people to believe that. So the same thing he was making people believe about me online, I got text messages from and communication from Holly Bird, from other. He was doing it at the trial. I'm not fake. Like, theoretically, and I'm not going to say it here, but just imagine you coming around somebody who's playing with you. You know they're playing with you, and you're just trying to go along and get along. It was either I had to write a letter to break the ice and let him know specifically what my issue was and move on. And you and I both know he's had that same phone number since forever. I never called him. I never texted him, never did none of that. So these are things that I deliberately did not do. And as far as Nick at Night goes, Nick at Night is a controlled op. And you guys got trust factors.
What do you mean by that, a control op?
So she's the one who actually called. Nika Knight never really called me, never really communicated with me beyond the scope of me seeing her at the ASAP Rocky trials. And she just called me and told me about the restraining order and saying how she's going to be there and all this other stuff. And then that ultimately led to her and I believe there was some type of behind the scenes communication. And what she did was run a play on my name. She did a video bringing up all of this old shit and crying and blaming me for her trauma. And what it looked like to the audience is that it's continuously perpetuating this narrative that Denada is this evil, nasty person. And I'm like, Nika Knight has been around me in real life more than any other YouTuber. Why is she bringing up some shit from 2023 in 2000 at the end of 2025 and saying all of this stuff? And I'm genuinely confused because this is not the real life experience I have with you. So now that I think about it and looking back on it, how she contacted me, how she contacted me when Armand filed the restraining order. Mind you, the restraining order didn't even hit the system yet. She tried to pretend like she didn't have it and didn't have a copy of it and all this other stuff. I believe that it was a play ran between them two to fuck up my name. That literally got on live stream crying about her family trauma and somehow correlated that with me. And then next thing you know, they did a live stream together and it seemed forced and boring. And so that just confirmed that there may have been some shadow work going on.
When Neek
And
said,
I would be crazy to just speculate that because neither one of them are never going to come out and admit the truth about it.
Neek said on her platform, she said, I didn't know nothing about the restraining order until I saw it on Wiley's community wall. That's what Nika Knight said. I'm just saying.
Okay, what day did you post the restraining order?
I don't know the date. I just remember posting it on.
She's like, Nika Knight called me on December the 1st, which is the date it was filed. And then on top of that, everybody knows that you have direct communication and affiliation with Armand. So if she got it from you, you got it from him. Directly.
Okay, I'm just telling you what she said.
But I'm telling you what I know. Okay, I'm telling you that I know she called me the day it was filed. She called me the day it was filed to where I couldn't even go to the court system to pull it up. It said error. It was loading and processing on their end. Okay. So whatever she blamed on you, if you go back to your community wall and don't see that it was not filed on December the 1st, then that's cap. She called me on Instagram on December the 1st. And see, it's lies like that you have to zone into. So if she's willing to lie and say that she got the restraining order from the Wiley Show page and you posted it on December the 3rd, December the 4th, then what else is she willing to lie about? These are the tedious things that y'all have to look at in order to realize that these people are some of the biggest liars.
Okay, give me 1 second. I think hold on, give me 1 second. I posted this. Do they show the date? On December 2nd, Armand was filed restraining order. This is what the date I posted. I said Armand was filed restraining order against the night. I posted it December the 2nd, 2025. And what day did
Nika Knight called me on December the 1st, I believe, and told me about it. And then on December the 2nd, 3rd, something like that. I don't know. But long story short, what it ultimately led to them having and going back on their communication at the Diddy trial. When after, and this is correlated to it. After the Diddy trial happened, Nika Knight went on to Armand's platform, and Armand basically admitted that he's a bully, and Nika Knight told Armand to his face that he's territorial. If he don't like somebody, then he feels like other people should like them or whatever. I'm not saying that conversation and ultimately Armand has something to do with her decision, but it was influenced by him. And I'm the type of person where if you got any ounce of confusion about who I am, whether you like me, hate me, then I'm gonna get your piece right and block you. And that's just it. And that's just what happened to Nika Knight. You got confusion about what to believe. Even though you have been, Nika Knight has spent more time around me than she's done Armand, to my acknowledgement, from the ASAP Diddy, all this other stuff. If you're confused about who I am and where we stand and the public perception about me, and you're gonna value and go along with the most popular narrative, which is the hate to not, then I'm just gonna block you out of my life and act like you don't exist. And that's just what happened to her. And Gerald don't know shit about me. Like nothing.
And I'm gonna have to bring it up. Gerald, you guys in North Carolina beat. At one point, I thought y'all were cool or cordial on the
internet. Listen, Jared is a messy ass punk. He don't know much. He was on AT2's channel, and everybody know public record about certain things that has been doxed. He didn't even know that information. So If he didn't know that information and had to be corrected by AT2, a stalker, what makes you think he ever had any conversations with me to figure out anything intimate about me, any factual detail? None of that. And so, again, you guys have to look at these micro lies that they tell and get caught up in their contradictions in order to realize that they are the biggest liars.
I want to say, I want to share this with you tonight. I remember because you brought up some stuff on your page about me and Armand and stuff like that. But I remember I interviewed my mother, and I brought my mother on the platform because rumors were circulating and everything. And my mother said something. She said, Marquise, in this business, people are going to lie on you. You got to learn how to get out of people. If it's bothering you, get out of the business because people gonna always lie on you. You can't fight because to me it seemed like you're trying to fight against opinion. Okay, that's not what it is. Okay, I'm just saying how I'm.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it is. What it is that if you have a supporter that likes me too, and that supporter decides to give me watch hours or give me money, and you realize that now because niggas have a scarce mentality, I got to go out and protect what I have. And I got to make sure that these people don't support the not ever again. So with these lies about me and these fake narratives and rumors, it went from fan funding galore to now the fan funding is trickling down. Now everybody is follow the leader. Oh, if the Nas a stalker and everybody is saying it, we must believe it. Let's stay away from him. These are things that affect my engagement and ultimately my money. So anytime I come out to speak up for myself and to speak against it is to protect what I'm building and what I have. And I think everyone has the right to do that. Like if you're just lying, oh, they're not he's lying. His favorite color is blue, not red. Well, okay, I don't give a fuck about that. But you're if you're such a literally, you can pull up videos. Every single video that's hateful about me repeats several things that are so hateful. I'm a prostitute, I'm a stalker, or crazy, schizophrenic. All of these things that have legal definitions too that I don't meet the burden of and have not having any personal conversation. These are things that have convinced and been propagandized to the public to where now it's affecting my money, my engagement, my viewership, my potential, my opportunity in real life. This is why I'm compelled to respond to it, not because of a nigga just running
and you're blaming that all on Armand Wiggins. That's what you're saying?
No. I'm not blaming it. I'm blaming on him for this stalker. Literally, I got videos downloaded and timestamps where people are specifically saying in titles, in videos, Armand Wiggins stalker. So evidently, it's something involving him or some narrative that he pushed to convince people of that. That's what I'm blaming him for. There's other things that that are not as invasive that I just, okay, if Mr. AT2 want to make 10 videos saying this one lie, and I'm like, I know this is a fucking lie. Let me go talk about politics. Let me continue my show. Let me continue on the trajectory that I'm going. True crimes, whatever it is that I'm doing, let me continue to do that. And then I guess by the 10th video, I'll address it. But then in my mind, I'm like, okay, the 10th video, I'm addressing it to clean up for anybody that's on the fence. But now this person is looking at that like that's a mutual back and forth when the whole time I'm saying to leave me the fuck alone. Do you?
Like, I don't want to make this.
Listen, I'm literally absent all of y'all niggas and absent knowing y'all, absent y'all coming around me. It's literally Clubhouse 2.0. I know the longer I stay away from YouTube and if I decide to go back, the more valuable. I need this whole monopolized narrative and connotation about me to reset. And time heals. That's why I'm not participating in that. That's why it's important for you to find something else to do and something else to talk about instead of me.
Well,
I gave y'all YouTube. I gave y'all YouTube.
But then I can I
off your looks. Or you're in
can I say this point?
If you ever come live and talk, I'm gonna get your platform out of there too. I'm gonna let you know that. Okay? Don't fuck with me. Leave me alone. Stop mentioning me. Leave me the fuck alone. Let the public
let me say this.
Let me die off. Let me die off so that the people can miss me and come back and get their own narrative.
So you don't want people to talk about the case even though you email the people about the case?
Oh, no, that's different. That's black and white.
So when I,
no, 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 no,
so when I
Wiley,
said,
Wiley.
so when
I'm
I,
talking
let me
about the
let me
50, the
say this.
50, 11 videos you've done about
Let me
me
say,
since our mama
I,
told you that's the best way to cleanse.
no,
Remember?
no, he did not say that. He didn't say
Okay.
that. I'm trying to clear. Armand never told me this message to clear. I said, listen, which, okay, hold up. Gosh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Let me say this. Let me put that down for a second. Because this is just a lie. In this case, we're gonna talk about it. And once the case is over, we done talking about it. We are done talking about it. Once that judge make a decision to say, well, A, B, or C, whatever it had come, we're gonna talk about it towards the end. Because this is a case. This is a public case. We want to thank, number one, we're going to thank Denai for coming on. Denai said what he said, right? But the public don't know all the details unless what they see on YouTube. Hello? About what? Oh, can you call me back later for that? Because I'm doing something right now. Okay, tomorrow is fine. That'll be fine. Anytime is fine. All right. Uh, okay. Thank you. Bye bye. So I understand. I understand. I get what Denai said, but this is what I want to say. I had rumors spread about me. People lied on Wiley, said a whole bunch of stuff. They're going to continue to say stuff about me. You can't fight against public opinion. But if you feel like Armand did this, then y'all gonna have to prove it in court. We have no zero evidence of Bobby Lights and Armand Wiggins in the bathroom with the powder. No evidence. No video evidence. It's Denot's word and Armand Wiggins' word and Bobby Light's word. But there's no proof for that. People is judging on what they see. Now, when it comes to that courthouse, I was at the courthouse in Vegas. It was some YouTubers there. No drama. They probably whispered and said something. It made me no difference. I got on the media. I did my interview, went home, covered the case about the YouTuber powing another YouTuber. I was in high school and I was bullied in high school. What did I did? Got my mom involved, got the police involved. They got expelled. I moved on with my life. When it comes to this case and what I feel, just annoyed. And if the media, this to me, it's hard for me to believe it. Why would y'all believe one person opinion about Denard and Denard? If you're a good person, why not believe that Denard is a good person? Why believe? Why can? How can somebody change your perception about somebody? These are grown adults here. If that's the case, we don't have no proof of that though. How can one person change and say, don't deal with the knot because the knot is this, and they all believe it, and they all don't deal with it? I just can't. It's hard for me to believe that. Y'all are TMZ working in it, and maybe I'm gonna do some more research and say, did the Armand tell you not to hang around tonight? Did you believe it? What's your thoughts on it? What's your opinion on Lauren? Did Denot is Denot a good person? What's your thoughts about Denot? Did Armand tell you not to hang around Denot? Because it's hard for me to believe to say Armand at the courthouse telling everybody, don't you hang around Denot. Don't hang around him. And they all believe it. It's just hard for me to believe that. One person telling media folk, let me tell you something. Armand told me not to hang around you. It's hard for me to believe that. It's just hard for me to believe just one person that have that much power. So I had people dogging me when I went to jail. Even did not say some stuff about me. He says he went there. Storm said some stuff about me. I mean some vicious stuff. Said it. If I go around trying to sue people, I'd be in court. I won't have no time to be on YouTube. I'd be in the courthouse filing lawsuits for the rest of my life. It's about 12, 13 different YouTubers I had to take to court and be in court. I won't even have time to be on YouTube. I'd be in another deposition. And then once you get through suing them, some more people gonna say some stuff. If that's the case. Now, when it comes to a restraining order, that's Armand Riggins' right to file it. So now it's legal, and you all will have to explain it to the judge what's going on. Because they're not bringing some stuff in there. Oh, they said this about the judge. They harassed and stalked the judge. That was the first time I'm hearing about that. So we shall see when y'all have y'all court date. That's why it's important for me to cover it so we can get all the facts. So my advice to Deny, he don't have to take the advice, man. He's a self-taught. He told us about a story how he's self-taught. To me, that's incredible. He said, I learned from my mistakes. But he said he don't want to be in a niche of just one niche. He want to talk about multiple subjects. But I think the knot's going to have to come to Jesus' moment where he's going to have to ignore what people say about him. Because one thing about YouTube, you can't stop it. I came from the B sector. They said some stuff about me in the B sector. Pulled up to my family church. Said stuff about all type of stuff. You can't stop it, man. But once I stopped feeding into that energy and I had exit from the B sector, guess what? They stopped talking about me. I stopped feeding into the atmosphere. Then when I go over there, they respect me. Oh, hey, Wally, how you doing? Hey, Wally, what's up? They respect me because I stopped feeding into the information. I give the same advice to Rico. I said, Rico, you got to stop feeding into that information in the B sector. Stop going over there. Stop responding. Cut them off. Just ignore them. They will leave you alone. They will move on to the next one. It's hard, but I went through it. They used to tag team, triple team me in that beef sector. But once I got tired of it and got bored with it, I exit left. And when I go on the beef sector now, they show me love. There was a show in the beef sector. We did our job. I was hurt that it didn't get picked up. I was hurt. They respect me in the beef sector because I came that day of my job and I moved on. And if somebody hop on a live and say some stuff about me, is either A, talk about it, or B, ignore it. AT2 said some stuff about me. Some stuff I just let it fly. Sometimes I respond. But when the list came out, top YouTubers you watch, Armand Wiggins, Transformation Center of Chicago, WrestleMania, and Breakfast Club Power 105. It wasn't none of them other YouTubers. Because I know how to tune out of it. Because the more you feed into what a person is allegedly saying about you, the more you give it energy and oxygen. Don't respond to it. If it is true, I can't say it's true because I'm not at the courthouse. I'm not there. So I can't say if it's true. I'm not there. We only see what we see on the internet. Because at one point he was cool. Not was cool, was neat. They fell out. One point he was cool with Gerald from North Carolina. Beat. They fell out. One point they was cool with Armand Wiggins. They even took a picture together. I was in my feelings about the situation. Why did I say what I said about that situation? But now they're not cool. Deny and AT2 met. They're not cool no more. Me and Couture, we had a little falling out. Move past it. I respect her. She respect me. We still follow each other on Instagram. I still got her number. I still wish her well. I didn't feed into like a big beef. I said what I said that one time. She said what she said. We moved on. So this whole situation between the Knot and Armand Wiggins, the public gonna have their favorites. The reason why Armand is popular in this, and the reason why the public support is on Armand Wiggins' side, is multiple factors. Number one, he have a thriving platform. He's very entertaining. Number two, he have great allies. Great allies. He didn't burn a lot of bridges. Jason Lee reached back out to him, show him love. He got Tasha K up there following him, saying a little stuff, but she's still following him and knowing what's going on, still begging him to come on her show. She begging. Come on. I want to interview you. He cool with Larry Reed, another big, tremendous big content creator. He's cool with Nick at Night. He's cool with me. So he have great relationships. Tasha begging him to come on that show. Come on the show. I need you on my app because people on her app saying they unsubscribing. It was one person on the app unsubscribing. Unsubscribing. One of the winos sent me, they was upset. They was upset, so they just sent me receipts. This one wino said this quote. At this point, I think I'm going to give up on this channel. I need to be paying. I don't need to be paying monthly for someone who goes live. I need to be paying monthly for someone who goes live a lot more. Tasha Lives is what brought me to her app, not movies. I was hooked on her lives and interviews. They want to unsubscribe. Tasha had to respond because most people said it was unsubscribed. She said this: "Hey, winos, the movies are being removed because you guys rarely watch them. It doesn't make sense for us to continue to license if the movies aren't being watched. My apologies for the inconvenience. You know, I'm honest with you all." She got all them African. They ain't want to watch that. I told her that years ago. I said, Tasha, they don't want to sit there and watch no African movies in Nigeria. They don't want to see that. They don't want to see that no African movie in Nigeria. They don't want to see that. They want to see mess. But you're trying to get out of the mess. You're trying to become a Netflix. You mean, please. All the movies you showing is on Tubi. They can see that on Tubi. Plus more good quality content. Why would I pay for movies and shows that's on Tubi and have to watch it on your app? They ain't doing that. They unsubscribing. They unsubscribing. And I told her that. I said, they don't like that. I said, you will come out better bringing me on the app. Let me do a show with you. Interview this person. Interview that person. Interview me. Bring the clicks and views. They tired of all them tired interviews. They tired of it. You got an interview with Jada Pinkett Smith friend. He said he got some tapes. That's boring and dry. They don't want to see that. I'm just saying. I'm just giving my opinion. Because when you have that type of model, you gotta be able to deliver. Netflix have to make sure they dropping movies every single month. They just dropping movies to keep the subscriber on the app. It's about who got the best content on the app. If you ain't delivering with the content, they're going to unsubscribe. That's the same thing with YouTube. With YouTube, it doesn't matter about the subscriptions, it matters about the viewership. If you ain't getting the views like that, maybe because the people is not into the content. Come better with the content. I know it's rough, I know it's hard, but come better with the content. It is what it is. That's one thing people say, oh, why ain't nobody watching your channel? Your channel is dead. That's what uh 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 that's what that's what did I say? It's dead. Well, gotta keep putting that work in, brother. Gotta keep putting that work in. So I'm glad that we was able to get an interview with Denat on the show. I'm glad. Armand gonna get you sued. Well, okay. You'll be wasting your time soon. Ain't no money. you'll be wasting the course time. Ain't no money. Go right ahead. If you want to waste your time suing Wiley, it'll be a waste of time, really. You should apologize to Denai for calling him a stalker without proof. I understand your point. But Denai has said a lot of stuff about me without proof. And we can apologize to each other. We could do a whole show to apologize to each other. He said a lot of stuff about me without proof. If you want to go without proof, he said a whole bunch of stuff about me without proof. He said it. I heard it. It didn't bother me because there was nothing but lies. I didn't lose an ounce of sleep because it wasn't none but lies. And he don't have to apologize. Whatever. Why don't you start and lead by example? Well, when I feel like if we get 5 phone calls, I give an apology. Let 5 good people call it to the show and we will apologize. No, better yet, 5 good cash apps. Skip a phone call. Good cash app, 5 of them. I'm talking about good donations. I'll go buy me a good 3-piece suit for church. And we'll get an apology. Okay. Well, I guess that won't happen. Look at what that person said. Well, I guess that will happen. Um, if anybody want to call in, we want to make sure everybody is heard. We want to make sure if everybody is heard. And I said, listen, we're gonna do the show, but I want to clear up. Armand never said in no cleanse, go after deny. He never said that. That don't even sound right. Go after him doing the cleanse. I just said I did the cleanse, and it's nothing like go after them. Armand never said that. But people were saying that he did that cleanse. He did that cleanse to go after me. No, I didn't. Good. Oh well, it's good after. It's almost good afternoon now.
Hey, Wiley, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I've been checking up on you. Been booked and busy, child.
I've been so busy. Just I don't know. I really need to like sit down and get caught up with everything. I've been just kind of busy since my birthday. So, but what I have to say is from what I have been gathering, because I actually, I actually need to actually talk to him. But I received a DM. I received a message from someone, and they assumed that I went. He's probably listening now. So what's up? Um, he thought that I was on AT2 show talking my shit about him, and you know I'm gonna be so 100, so transparent. I'm on the night side with a lot of stuff that's going on, especially with the stuff with AT2, Storm, Armand. Like a lot of stuff I'm on his side about because it like when he was going through his crisis when YouTube took all his money, AP2 like was talking about him. Like the not wasn't even like saying anything about him. He was really just focused on the case. Storm also came for him. CTV came for him when he was locked up. CCT also said that he was doing some voodoo stuff. Armand, passively also said it too. So it's like everybody was getting their ones in while the knot was like locked up or whatever. And especially AT2. When the knot YouTube page got taken away, AT2 said he had something to do with it. Like I remember when he put some of the knot address out there too, and he was trying to gather up his people, but people also need to keep in mind that the knot did not reach out to AT2 family. AT2 aunt actually reached out to him. Like I was literally watching his live when their family called him while he was on live. So I think people are kind of like running with a narrative that Denai is like actively searching for AT2 family or this, that, and the third, when honestly that's not the truth. AT2 family reached out to the Denai. So that's why I'm like, I get everybody wanted to do like this little hate train or whatever with Denai, and I get it because he's like different. He doesn't really like fit the mold of what everybody else is doing. and he's not really like afraid to pop off with the masses, and he's not really afraid to kind of like he stand on what he says. So I respect that. And if he don't like you, he's gonna stand on he don't like you. So unless like when him and what's that guy name with the dread, King Payne. I remember when him and King Payne they were suing each other and they was going back and forth, but they both had a mutual agreement, and I feel like it was an apology without even really just saying I apologize. I feel like it was something that was, you know, like said where I needed to be said, so they're on like a common ground. So I was kind of hoping that maybe one day like you and Denai can kind of like reach that common ground, because I honestly feel like you, Wiley, you are like, you have your Armands, you have your Storms, and you know, they all be clicked up. But to me, I feel like you were always the one that was always different from everyone else. Like I always feel like you shine more than everybody else because you don't really roll with the masses or roll with the narrative. Like I always felt like you, when it came down to like certain situations, I always felt like you had your own opinion, and it's not because of who you're aligned with. So I know the Knot says things about you and vice versa, whatever. And then I know that he still used that Emmett Till snippet in some of his show, you know. And that can be very hurtful, you know. But I know you're a strong-minded person, Wiley. So
Yeah, because
I know it don't bother you. I know none of this shit really don't bother you.
It doesn't bother because they going because again, what I was trying to tell him, the stuff that they said, what he going through is elementary. The stuff that they be saying about me, I should still be crashing out.
Yeah.
They
now all that.
Okay.
Now, all that stuff about that, you know,
yeah.
You know like that's going too dark. That's going too far. I ain't gonna lie. I believe it's AT2 allegedly.
I can't because what they be.
That's why when he was like, "Oh, I heard y'all AT2 show," I'm like, "Baby, you ain't hear me on nothing."
Because I know you ain't on AT2 show. Because you ain't been responding to my text messages, so I know that was a lie.
I don't know what's been going on in these streets, but you dang well ain't gonna hear me on AT2 show putting my time in about nothing. If I ever get on his show, I'm gonna roast him. I'm gonna roast and gag him. I don't like that man.
Because I'm gonna say because you haven't responded to my text, but I want to say this: the stuff that they have been accusing me of was criminal stuff.
Yes, ugly.
It was ugly. You need to be suing people. Talking about suing, I need to be up there getting a lawsuit, multiple lawsuits, and I'm gonna just use an example for Storm. See, Storm. Let me say something. Storm did something so ugly, and he brought my grandmother in it. To this day, he still can't get that platform together. He having some issues. He didn't have to do that. Just out of the blue, he had to go that deep and ugly. But did I get upset about it? I said no, because I know eventually something gonna happen. His health now is something going on with his health. He begging YouTube to get him back and all that, and all. But if I had the money and the resource or the self-taught knowledge, I can sue. But half these people you be suing, they don't have the money to pay back the judgment. Let's just say if I get $100,000 judgment, do he have $100,000?
No. So he probably don't even have liability insurance.
So it's just like it'd be like it's okay to sue, but I would be suing. I have to sue this person, that person, that person. You would be in court all the time. I would have time for you to. And who gonna pay for all these lawyers?
Well, I mean that's true, but I can say when Armand started that whole stalker narrative, and that I ain't gonna lie, it did grow legs. And I'm not gonna lie, like if I was on a public platform and I was the host of a show, if Denai was to try to come to me, I'd be like, "Bitch, you are my stalker. Why am I talking to you? I'll send you some later." You know, I would use that as a dig. So is it refreshing to finally see like a content creator say, you know what, since you want to come for me, okay, let's play ball. Like I feel like Armand didn't really like think the whole lawsuit thing out. I think that he was just influenced by the Megan and Milagro case, that he thought that he could do the same thing too. And it's like, did you really think about that? Because you said that you left the court case because it was Thanksgiving and you wanted to be around your family. Then you're on Twitter saying something totally different. And then it's like, you cannot say that somebody's stalking you when you're literally at the same event that this person is at. Like, whenever Denai say that he's going to be somewhere, he lets us know, he lets his audience know months in advance. Like, he don't wait until it gets close to the trial to be like, oh, yeah, I'm going. He'd be like, I'm going here on this day. I'm going here on this day. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And his audience, his fans, his supporters, they give, their little change or whatever because they want to see him at these events. So I just felt like Armand should have just came about it a little bit different because it does look hypocritical. Like, it does look like, are you scared of the man or are you not? Like, if I don't mess with somebody, I'm not taking no pictures with them. I'm not trying to sit by them. Like, I'm not trying to hold the door open for them in the courthouse. If I see them in the bathroom, I'm just going to go to another bathroom. We're in the courthouse. I'm pretty sure there's like more than one male bathroom in there, you know? So it's like, Armand has a case where he put out narratives about people and it kind of just grow legs. I feel like if so many beasts wouldn't have, I feel like if Armand wouldn't have started off that little series with King Payne and Storm and all that, I feel like the general public will I feel like you will be ahead of a lot of people that's in your sector right now. But I feel like because of certain people tarnishing your name so bad, it's like I feel like we have to fight harder to be in an algorithm that you low-key created. You know what I'm saying? Like, you low-key, like, carved out for other people to, like, follow. Just like AT2 said he followed. You know, there's a lot of people that follow what you do, but are they going to give you the credit for it now? You know what I'm saying? Because, I don't know. I just feel like what the Knot is doing as far as, like, making people put respect on his name, I applaud him for that. He needs to do that. More people need to do that. Because it can't mess up with your money. It can't mess with your money, especially if you're doing business on the internet. If I didn't know Denai and wasn't following the situation, then I would probably be on Armand's side and be like, "Oh yeah, this."
But my thing, my point, how I'm looking at as a content creator, I'm okay. I'm talking about me. It was some stuff said about you can't fight it unless you want to fight it. But why waste that energy on that? For me personally, how I look at it, why waste that energy? Oh, like even speaking about the courthouse stuff, we wasn't there. You wasn't there. I wasn't there. Nobody. I wasn't there. So I don't know. Do Armand have all of this power to change an opinion of us? I don't believe so. If that's the case, he can get himself off. That's the case.
I ain't gonna lie, Wally. I do believe the Knot was in that bathroom singing "Stand Up." If you nut something, stand if you butt something. I believe he was. Don't shame me tonight, but I really feel like he was doing that shit because black.
Because my thing, because I'm trying.
When we see people we don't like, we get to pop certain songs, let them know like nut if you butt, you know.
Yeah, because my point when I went to the courthouse in Vegas, it was other YouTubers there. I wasn't worried about that. I was worried about my audience. We did the interview with the media. It wasn't no drama. So my point, so my advice to Denai is just annoy it. Because the more you try to, because after you get done with this, somebody else gonna say what they want to say. It's like you can't stop it now. Armand had every right to file the restraining order. Guess who got the final say so? Not Armand, not Denai, the judge.
Yes. So how do you? So do you? Let me ask you this: honesty, right? When Denai had challenged Armand to a fight, did you feel like there was a threat towards Armand's safety or no?
To be honest, yes. If you challenging somebody and all of that, and then plus the threat, and then you gotta understand the lawyer said it was a threat in the bathroom. You remember that?
Yeah.
So it's just like, why give it any energy when you got the talent, when you self-taught to be an attorney, when you got the talent of doing all of it? Why make Armand Wiggins your content? And this coming from somebody that made Armand. This coming.
Like based off of like the history, Armand was like right to sue the not first.
Well, for me, anybody can sue, but what my point is this: why give it any energy to Armand? I'd be like, if Armand don't want to fool with me, hey, if you don't want to fool with me because Armand, okay, whatever. I'm delivering the content. But when you bring Armand Wiggins in it, you're not gonna win because I gave you the reasons why. Armand Wiggins is popular on YouTube. He built a platform, and guess what? He have relationships.
Right.
He have relationships. So my point, and it's a lot of people say a lot of stuff about me, but once I got on the medication and stuff like that, I think clearly I said we're gonna grow this platform. We're gonna do it the right way. I'm not gonna worry about what people say because guess what? People gonna talk about you, and it's gonna be worse because I did a Walmart situation. So all this little stuff, what they talking about, it don't. I did something that will follow me for the rest of my life, but it will not define me because I'm not giving it that energy to it define me. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm moving on with my life. But I did two major mental health crises and stuff like that. Once I go higher, just say if I try to run for political office, they really gonna bring that stuff up.
Yeah.
And if I can't handle YouTube, how am I being handled if I try to run for public office? You got to know how to ignore stuff. If they're not physically harming you, you cannot change the court of public opinion. That's the case. Everybody would be trying to sue to change it. If it only took a lawsuit to change the court of public opinion, everybody would be suing.
But do you feel like you can tell like
to me, honestly, I feel I don't.
I feel like because of so many content creators saying that they was hold on.
Okay, because I was in jail.
Because I feel like so many because I witnessed so many content creators abusing the reporting button and all that stuff. Like I don't feel like his channel should have been taken away. I don't feel like he did anything bad for his channel to be taken away. Honestly,
because I wasn't. I want to say this, Jada. I want to say this, sis. I want to say.
People said, I remember Storm had over 1 million views talking about you and your family.
Yes, it did. Yeah.
And it was a bunch of stuff that was not true. And we all know how you feel about your grandma. You know what
we know,
and
it's still up.
That right there alone, that deserves to have somebody's page taken away. Not somebody roasting and gagging. That's the reason why I was like, I cannot jump on the bandwagon and say Denat is this and that, because I feel like I have witnessed other people go through the same exact thing. He's just the only person that's just saying enough is enough, and I'm about to expose everybody about it.
Because my point is this, and I wasn't around when he lost his child. I was in jail. I want that to crystal clear. We was locked up. I didn't even know that did not reach 60,000 subscribers. I was in jail eating choke sandwiches. So I don't. So again, I can't. So if somebody snatch your income away, you can't tell them how to find something. And I get that. So I just sit on the sideline. I make my comments. I say what I have to say and stuff like that, and I move on. But because I wasn't here, I was in jail, and there's a whole lot of people talked about me in the Walmart situation, and they're gonna continue to talk about me. But with Denat, I don't know. We shall see. I think if Armand is granted this restraining order, will this stop Denat's career to do content? No. He just will not be able to do content against Armand. If Armand loses, will it stop Armand? We get that? No. It won't stop.
The only reason why he did that is to keep Denat from the courthouse. That's all. Like I feel like people have to learn to work around people that they do not like. I mean,
and there's so many cases that you can cover.
We work with people that we don't like all the time, but are we plotting and planning to get them fired from the jobs just so we don't have to look at them or film? No. We have to learn how to ignore and to block out certain people's energy, pretend like that person is not there. So it's like you can't kick nobody out. You can't try to, ban somebody from the courthouse simply because they presence make you uncomfortable. Like the comment when he's saying like, "Oh, it's a bunch of weirdos and this and that going to the courthouse," and I wasn't gonna cover the Milagro and Megan case, but it's boring and they need somebody like me there. Why would you say that? What about all the other content creators that was out there? I would feel offended.
But why? Why would you feel offended? Like,
because why are you saying that the weirdos and the content creators that's there at the case is boring and let me go there so I can jazz it up. Like, why are you even saying all that?
I understand what you're saying, but my thing is this: why would you even care what he said? That's his opinion, and you could just say, "Oh, he ain't talking about me because I'm the, I'm the best." You know what I'm saying? Like, why even let that get under your skin?
Why even say it?
Because he have a right to say what he said. He have a right to say what he have to say. When you on your platform, right, I get that point. When you on your platform, you talk.
Don't say nothing like that. You got in the courthouse.
But
you definitely throwing shade.
My thing is this: when you go on your platform, everybody pulls talk their ish on their platform. You got one person say AT2 said he the Godfather. He the Godfather. YouTube. But I'm saying everybody say what they want to say on their YouTube channel. Is either how you respond to it. For that, that's how that goes.
Yeah, you're right. So
they said why you send a cease and desist? We said that and we moved on. That was like years ago. We said that and moved on, and we moved on from it. We could have continued to do legal action, but we ignored it because he didn't have the money. He didn't have no money. Why waste something? I'm paying all this for lawyer fees and all this, and then we get a judgment. Ain't no money in it. So no, like that. So we did it and we moved on. But did we brag about it all on YouTube? Did we talk about it every other day and stuff like that? No. Only reason why y'all really know it was that is because King Payne read it on the internet. Lord have mercy, Jesus. But guess what? But guess what? When you move on, guess what happened? Him and King Payne fell out. That's what happened.
Yeah.
And then Armand said something about King Payne, said something about the friend, tried to push up on his friend, tried to do this and all that. Did we do a series on King Payne? Nope.
No.
You see what I'm saying? Because that was his karma, and he did all that. He did all that type of stuff. All that type of stuff. If I like, then he started showing receipts and all that type of stuff. But I said, well, Armand said some stuff about you, but I didn't do no. I could have did a part 1, a part 2, a part 3, a part 4, a part 5. I didn't do it. I didn't know it is. Whatever. Because it is, it is what it is. I moved on from it. You know what I'm saying? But you get your karma because guess what the energy he put out? He did a whole thing. He didn't like what Armand said. But like I told King, I said, King, you did it. Don't say Armand told me to do it. You a grown man. You did the dirty work. You allow a grown man to force you to do all that type of stuff. No, I haven't done no series like that on nobody.
Right.
So it's just like the whole thing with Denai. We shall see how this is gonna play. I know Denai gonna go live. He gonna cuss me out. He gonna say this. I'm gonna get my giggles and say what the judge got to say when it comes to that that restraining order. And if the judge don't grant it, it ain't gonna stop Armand Lucas' career. It's not. It's just not gonna stop his relationship that he built.
No, I agree with everything that you're saying. But
Denai don't have to know him. He's grown. He can do what he wants. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
At the same time, I do feel like people are picking with Denai though. Like I feel that way. 82, he's obsessed with that man. And why are you creating a whole paywall just to talk about Denai? That's weird to me. Like that's crazy to me. Like What's the big secret about you talking about him?
Mm.
And then the fact that he sit out here and play like he's a victim when he the one started a lot of stuff. Just like when he was talking about you. He talked about you and then put it behind a paywall to continue talking about you. Like, why?
You know,
what's the reason? Am I Cardi B boy?
Yeah, he wasn't even.
What's the reason? Why are you being scary? No eyebrows.
He wasn't even. He wasn't even in my top 5 and stuff like that. He wasn't even in my top 5 YouTube channel that I watch. So it's just that'll just tell you how much I care about what he said because I'm watching other stuff. But yeah, but thank you so much for calling in and giving your point of view. You have every right. And see, people don't have to agree. One thing about my audience, they don't have to agree about what I stand for. If you disagree, that's the type of platform we have. We don't have a platform where everybody has to believe in my opinion. Everybody has to believe in what I have to say. No, this is a democracy.
Yeah. I mean, you always been that way. You always been open to everybody having their own opinions and their own thought process because you are an intellectual thinker.
Thank you. And thank you for coming on and yeah, keep watching because I know you was booed up because I was texting you and stuff like that. So she must be booed. You was partying, having a good time. I said she must be booed up. You know, because I was wondering where you was at because I have to let you know when I go live. You know.
Yeah, I mean, now I got the notification today. Okay. And then I think I got the second notification with thumbnail. I think the thumbnail in the court or whatever. I have so much to catch up on, but thank you for coming live and just, letting everyone know that, that you're back.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you, sis, for coming on.
All right. Talk to you later, live.
Okay, now. Bye-bye. Okay, let me bring somebody else that called in. I want to make sure we get everybody on. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. Thumbs up the video. I know y'all dragging me in the chat, child. I'm just calling somebody back. Hey, you. Oh yeah, hey, let me put your speakers. I see that you had called in. You live on the show. Oh yeah, you live. Go ahead. Oh, okay. Did you forget?
Oh, actually, no. I knew you was on the phone with her and y'all was having like a winded conversation.
Yeah. Yes.
A lot of that she was saying it was blah, 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 blah. Bless her heart, though. Bless her heart. That young man has been into it with everybody on YouTube. So it must be something wrong with everybody but him. There's no way. He has gotten into it, and I'm not going to say any names because I know, as from me watching, y'all don't like other names being mentioned.